Listen, I'm not out there every day, put on my hard hat. I'm not out there, getting a jackhammer to the roadside to install some more plumbing. I'm just out there rubbing lotion on old people, rubbing lotion on dead people, just trying to get them all lubed up for the afterlife. You know what I'm trying to say? God, you know when you're a kid and you don't know better and you don't know what's rude and you have a grandma and you just want to touch her flabby little elbows and her arms and her forearm. You just want to fucking get your all grubby hands all up in there with some lotion. Well, she's got flabby skin. She's got skin hanging off her, and you just want to go rub all around. Why? All right, guys. Here's the intro. Guys, I've been working on an intro. I've been waiting for the day when Nate would finally leave us alone for once, and I've got the intro here. Let me know what you think.
I hope you're recording all this.
Oh, I am. Slippity slap, put on a hat. Slippity slap, put on a hat. It's time for an episode of the PCP, guys.
Wow.
I'm so upset. I'm such a virgin. No one will have sex with me. I'm gonna die alone. I'm so upset about it, and it's gonna. I think I might just have to resort to some sort of outward acts of violence. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that I should do something brash and reckless due to the fact that I have so much inward self-loathing based on my fact that I'm a virgin?
Are you talking about like weapons of mass destruction?
No, I'm talking about like AK-47s. I'm talking about like Tech 9s.
I think we didn't sync our audios yet.
We didn't. We can do that on the show. This is the
like we said, like we were just talking. We're bringing the A content today, like syncing the audio on the show.
All right, on the count of 3, let's say good podcast. 1, 2, 3.
Good podcast.
Okay, let's just say good next time. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Good. I want you to know that I made air quotes around good podcasts.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pro Crastinators podcast. None of that is in the podcast. This is the podcast now.
No. Why?
Because look, like, how does it look? Okay, we all know that we're having a good time. We're having a great time, and we want to bring it to the people. But you know that Nate comes, but Nate listens to the episode, and what's his takeaway?
Oh yeah,
these guys can't run a podcast without me. Oh, without me, it just descends into chaos, unprofessionalism, and we can't have him tighten his iron grip any further. We'll strangle us.
The hallmark, the poster child of sheer madness and chaos is us doing a cold open, laughing. It's just like that's what you can easily hand wave away. That's just pure unorganization.
He'll hear that and he'll take off his headset and he'll put it down and he'll look out the window sadly and he'll shake his head and he'll say like things have really gone downhill around here.
The ideal PCP intro for Nate is all of us like solemn in change, wearing prison jumpsuits, looking down on our keyboards, not even looking up at the Audacity recording, and him just blathering away for 35 minutes while we just like whimper out affirmative like yeses and mm-hms.
I think we should start with a liturgy. I think we should start with prayers.
Why don't you lead? Oh yes.
Well,
yeah.
let's start with like saying who's on the podcast, and then we can start by starting about the. We can start. It's me, hypocrite.
Oh, they know us.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to.
There's Mage, there's Tom, there's Ben, there's Munchie, and there's also a secret guest. Ooh.
Don't tell them about me.
You know what's going on? You know what's going on is every time Nate's away, we destroy the podcast and make a fool of our own selves.
I don't want to make a fool of myself. I want to.
Let's dismantle more PCP
we want to make Nate feel like shit, and the only way to make him feel like shit is to
this is going to make him feel smugly superior. It's going to feel smugly superior. That's
he's gonna be secondhand embarrassed for associating with such degenerates.
Guys, you're talking about him. He already won.
No. Oh God.
Oh, that's true.
We're just
welcome to the Procrastinators podcast. We're just cutting off our nose to spite our face. This is the new Procrastinators podcast. Merry Christmas, haha! This is the beginning of the episode, and there's nothing has been in the
We
previous.
sure have been talking for 2 hours.
We haven't been talking at all about no one in particular. Haha! It's me, hypocrite. Today we have with us Mage.
Is even
I'm alive. Yes.
We have Tom
and
Oliver.
we have Hippo.
We did it. We did it, guys. We did it. We did it without He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Hey, it's me, Munchie, doing also the Procrastinators podcast intro while Hippo's doing it. Next, we have Hippo.
Next, we have Ben Saint. Hi, I'm Hippo.
Next, we have Ben Saint.
Even when he's
Next,
not
we
here,
have Mage.
we're wrapped up. He's our abusive boyfriend. Like he leaves his mark on us.
Dude, I have like the ultimate in like shitty podcast audio quality right in front of me. I ordered food. And it came just before we started to record, and I'm hungry, so I'm going to take a big old bite of this chicken burger. All right, get ready.
Chickenborg.
I'm going to eat through the entirety of the podcast to make it really bad.
We already did that. That was a bonus episode.
Oh, well, this is
Remember everyone's favorite bonus episode, talking while eating?
Can you believe this, like, terrible thing that Hippo did? Like, wouldn't it be so funny if I would do this the entire podcast? We already have done that and charged for it.
Yeah, and this is a teaser trailer. Go to the bonus PCP to see that for real.
Wait, Hippo, you gotta say it. You gotta say the line. Remember we used to advertise the bonus episodes, and you would be the one to make the trailer for it.
Yes.
You know, talking with your mouth full every single time.
Hey, you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about how this is not, wow, Munchie, it's so cool that, like, you fucking hate the PCP, even though it's not even true, but it's easy for people to take that away, even though that's not what I mean ever.
We all hate the PCP, like that,
man. But not
it's cool.
real.
It's cool.
I want to talk about how the PCP's views are stagnant and how I want everyone to not have that happen anymore.
Oh.
So let's discuss how it's the fans' fault for that.
Oh, okay.
Well, if we do that, we'll drive away. We'll drive away the look. If our views are stagnant, it just means that we've got our dedicated fan base.
Right, we
people
have
that
our
want
cult.
to tune in. Yeah, we're not gaining new ones, but we've got the old ones that are on lock. We've got them. We've given them Stockholm syndrome, and now they can't escape. We've got the sunk cost fallacy, and now they've invested too much time listening to us, and now it would be a waste to stop.
I'm not trying to like gain YouTube here. I'm not trying to get the PCP to launch into like PewDiePie Tobuscus level. I just like seeing numbers go up. That's my one and only goal here. And when
literally,
I see numbers,
Munchie, why are you talking like you're up at like 4 a.m. looking at pornography on your 1998 AOL internet connection? And you don't want your parents to wake up.
Listen, some people, they jack it to Fuda. Some people jack it to Femdom. I jack it to the Procrastinators podcast.
Oh, every time?
Every single time, yeah.
All right, like,
hey, listen,
unironically,
really
the PCP
discolored.
to me feels like the niche content that is like lesser than all of the small other projects that we do.
Yeah.
Like the PCP is the offshoot from the Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killers, the podcast, I Am Games, and like everything. Like, it feels like this is the least viewed out of all of the smaller projects that we do.
I don't even think it's true, though.
It's not the least viewed.
Maybe not.
But I know what you mean. Like, Tom, I think when we were talking about this, you brought this up, and I wholeheartedly agree that the PCP is not really an enterprise in and of itself. It's sort of a well or a cistern or like a sewer, if you will, like a sewage drainage pipe where our other projects will garner attention, and then people that are interested in that will follow us down the drain and end up here.
Yeah, this is like the end of the funnel.
Yeah.
Except the end of the funnel
necessarily a
is
bad
usually how you get the money. So.
But okay, but consider this: we did have smaller numbers before. And then we got big numbers, and then those big numbers turned into normal numbers, and now we have those now. Do you think that that's purely just from people finding our individual content? Because there were a lot of people back in late A saying like, oh, I'm a big PCP fan. Dude, I showed my friends the PCP, and they were like, holy shit, I didn't know people could be this funny, haha. And then they turned 3 years old the next year, and they stopped watching. But the point is that people used to watch the show like not independently from our own stuff, but they thought it was like the main content. And who thinks the main content is the PCP anymore?
Let me posit an actual theory about this. I think I might have the answer. Like these days, what are we all doing these days? Like we're doing, like I'm chugging away on vapors, which I want to talk about that in a minute. But like, you know, mostly lately been working on Endless War, which is so niche. You know, like Hippo, you've stopped making like mainstream YouTube stuff. Tom, you've stopped making YouTube stuff, and you're working on a Zoomy game now. Mage, you've been dead for a while. I think maybe back in the day when we were growing, it was when we were doing like, you know, mainstream consumable products, you know, like Hippo was making Hypocrite video game reviews and stuff. Tom was doing like tech reviews, you know.
It's true.
I don't know though, because like
Just for the record, I am working on something, but it might not come into fruition anytime soon, so I'd like to keep it, for the most part, a secret, but I'm not just sitting on my hands for the most part, don't worry.
Mage,
Mage
who
is
ever
necessary.
heard of a thing that takes a while to do?
Mage has been.
What the fuck?
You gotta follow Mage on Twitter for those amazing androgynous confused characters. Boys who don't know what a boy is. Yeah, they're good.
Excuse you.
I don't know, because like we weren't like super big in those fields. Do you think it's like the idea that we were making stuff, created an environment where it seemed like we're cool, and now we're not cool because they don't see stuff?
Well, all I was suggesting was just that, you know, we as a collective were getting more views through that more mainstream digestible content. However, I think there's something to be said, for the perception that, you know, we are all YouTubers, which was never really true, but it was maybe truer at some point in the past than it is now. That we were all YouTubers, and we were all embarking on this YouTube adventure together, you know? We were like a guild of some kind on this unified quest. And like we've all diversified our shit, and like we've all gone in all these crazy fucking individual directions now. And it's maybe a little less like that.
I thought of a counterpoint that scares me.
Yeah.
I was going to say, sure, we were making more mainstream
I
content.
hate Quiet Munchie so much.
Raise your
I'm
fucking
sorry.
voice.
Listen, I'm in a high-rise apartment in downtown Boston. I'm making mad bank. I'm the vice president of TripAdvisor, and I don't need this sort of rabble-rousing and all these screams and these memes coming from you lower class. I'm just trying here to make a quick buck.
Why don't you get Munchie off? Let's get the rowdy fucker on here instead.
Oh, I hate that guy. Anyway,
Me too, man.
I thought for a moment, like, you know,
You
sure,
thought-
we were making more mainstream stuff before, but you know, people like niche stuff. People surely like our
People
stuff
like
now
niche
because it's
stuff,
more,
but it doesn't,
it's
you
more
know,
interesting. But then I thought for
garner.
a second, maybe they don't. Maybe
Maybe that's
don't
why it's
like
niche,
it more.
you dum-dum. Because a lot of
Well,
people
no.
don't like it.
Well, sure. But I'm saying, you know, you would think that maybe your core audience would appreciate what you're doing now. But I would think there's probably a lot of, like, for instance, Hippo fans who don't really, maybe not dislike his comics, but don't really like, oh, he's not doing game reviews? Okay, bye.
Sure,
There's a lot
yeah.
of Munchie fans who are
You
like,
know-
oh, you know, I don't like, he's not doing armor retrieval, or, you know, whatever.
I
Bye.
mean, think about it. Like, go way back. Like the foundation of the PCP was the Horseshoe Crew, and everyone. It was all YouTube. Like everyone, you know, everyone who found us in the Horseshoe days found us through YouTube. Maybe not everyone, but almost everyone. You know, everyone that found us once the PCP became a thing. You know, in the postpone, they all found us through the PCP on YouTube. Like most of us were on YouTube making YouTube stuff. You know, people have found me through the Sonichu lecture and come here through that, and that's YouTube. So. You know, and it's.
I mean, it makes sense. It's obvious when you lay it out like that, but it's just kind of, I don't know, startling in a way to think. To maybe some people, we've just completely abandoned what made us good, and we're going to be the stars of YouTube videos. It's gonna be like how they lost their spark, or you know, like falls to grace.
Yeah.
Like Ben Saint stopped doing My Little Pony reviews and he became a PokeTuber. Like that was his great.
It's
downfall.
scary. It's scary and a little almost like nauseating. Not in the sense that like, oh, you make me sick, but it's just kind of like a sickening thought. Like, yeah, there's probably a lot of people, maybe, you know, people that have like seen my, say, the Sonichu video and think that that's what I'm about, and like the fact that I'm not doing that means that to them I'm effectively dead. It's like I've effectively quit doing anything as far as they're concerned.
I really dislike, like, I don't mind the fact that people do that, but like it annoys me just conceptually.
Yeah.
This idea that on the internet it's like if you're not creating a constant stream of something, if you're not maintaining a presence, then people immediately forget about you, and you'd need to be like the best of all time for people to actually care, and even then, they'll just get mad that you're not uploading frequently enough.
Well, okay, I understand. Because if, like, you know, I'm watching a YouTube creator, a YouTube channel, and he's making one type of content, I'm going to subscribe to him because I like that content. And if he totally shifts gears, it's not that I'm thinking, oh, this guy's terrible, this guy's lost all his creative inspiration. It's just like, well, I didn't sign up for this.
That's why I don't blame them.
I hate having the mentality applied to me, but I absolutely apply it to everyone else.
I'm just as guilty of this as anybody else, and it's interesting.
Well,
because,
I don't expect the people to suddenly like my comics. I expect that to be a completely different thing.
Right.
I just, when it was like what I was doing, if you stay away from the internet for even a week, people are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, shut up. You don't know how long it takes to do anything.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, how could they?
When I was a little kid, JonTron made like a post on, like back on Normal Boots, like way a long time ago, talking about his like upload schedule.
We can't talk about JonTron anymore. I heard he said some bad things.
When PewDiePie way back on Normal Boots. Oh wait, shit. When Tobuscus. Oh wait, shit. When
Harvey Weinstein. Oh wait, shit. On Normal Boots.
A nondescript internet YouTuber celebrity.
Yeah.
Also known as all of
Normal
them.
Boots, he was discussing his upload schedule, and he was talking about how, like, yeah, I'm sorry guys, like, I fucked up. I shouldn't have said I would have a bi-weekly schedule. It's, you know, that's way too short of a time. Yeah, bi-weekly schedule. It's way too short of time to make a good video. And I'm like, bi-weekly? That's like 2 weeks, dude. You could do anything in 2 weeks. What are you talking about?
This just makes me think of like the new T-BAP. Like Tom, you said it. Like the old T-BAPs, we made them in a weekend. We rushed them out. We had deadlines and we stuck to them religiously. The new one has no hard deadline, and for that reason, it's taken us like for the better part of a year. I mean, we weren't working on it for a long time after Red, but you know, it's been a long fucking time, and it's like shit, man.
We all need the deadlines of a weekly children's cartoon to whip us all back into shape, I think is what we're getting to here.
Well,
There's definitely something to be said about a deadline.
Please rescue yourself from my scorn. Surely this PBAP is more intensive in some way.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
But, however, you know, counter to that, I somehow doubt that, like, it will be, you know, more of a hit. Like I don't, like... Even though more work has gone, like this T-BAP is not going to get like, you know, insane views or anything proportional to the amount of work that was put into it. Not by a long shot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just because you dropped off the map of pony reviews, and people wouldn't be expecting it, except the small amount of people who funded Radcon 3.
The Frog Fractions fans.
Imagine if it does blow up, and all the pony people are just like, "Oh my god, these guys are great! I wish they were."
T-BAP's back, and Phantom Horn can finally make his big cameo revisit on Analysis Anarchy.
Oh no!
Do we gotta go back?
From that
Were you saying something, Mage?
Yeah, I went because I feel like there will not be a good time to remind you this because we'll always be talking about something. You were gonna put me on blast, and I'm really scared, and I want to get that Band-Aid off.
We don't have to do that right now. We don't have to. I have it written down
don't
here.
Keep her in suspense.
I will
Stop hurting me.
I will get to it. All right, Mage.
Stop hurting me and hurt me already.
I'll tell you how you broke. I'll tell you how you broke my heart.
Oh no.
Yeah. I was in. We were in. I was in New Los Angeles City for Slimernalia, right? The week of Slimernalia. And who do I see? Who do I see in the RFCK Discord but none other than Mage? Uwu. And I get so happy. I'm so happy. I'm like, Mage finally joined the Discord. She finally took my advice, joined the Discord, enlisted killers, became purple, like it was always her destiny. And then I see that no. It's just a troll. It's just Shawnee. It's just Shawnee, that wily trickster god, putting on one of his many hats, one of his many disguises. And I was crestfallen. Crestfallen mage.
So that's what I didn't do.
That's right. That's right.
How
and
dare
now
you
I'm
be
putting you on
impersonated.
blast for it.
Well,
I don't understand.
I'm not sure if I should be apologizing.
I guarantee you should.
If only you had
understand
joined the thing already, then there would be no confusion.
I made it clear I have no interest in fighting people over slime things.
You can farm,
But
you can farm.
She's
You
already
can make a
lived it
little
in
slime
real
ball.
what
life,
about-
Ben. A Discord server just doesn't satisfy the urge for mage anymore.
No,
Sure.
Instead of slime, mate, you should join my server, the mud puddle,
Oh,
and become a
God.
mud knight.
No,
Where-
there's
no,
no
you
fighting.
got Mud Knight right
No, there's
here.
no fighting. There's no
but what
fighting. The
about-
mud puddle is all about just wallowing in
We're all
the
fighting for
swamps and
Mage's
doing
soul
nothing.
on Discord.
Mage needs to start her
oh,
own purple
Mage should
server
fight
where
you
everybody
Pokemon.
fights
Have a
with
server.
Has a
Pokemon
Discord,
skeletons.
so I'm in it.
You gotta,
Alright,
you gotta start a gang that just fights with the bones of Pokemon that you dig up.
The Violent Violets. That'll
Yeah.
be their game.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Here's-
I like the other day, because like last PCP we talked about the Discords going to war. I riled up my boys and I created some lore for my server, the Mud Puddle, and we're like the Abyss. We're like the downtrodden dregs of human society, covered in filth and muck, wallowing in the dirt, and we're here to drag you all down and drown you and make you into a bunch of gross shit. And that's us, and that's what we're here to do. And you have to be a mudblood. You can't be like special or anything. You have to be a freak and a loser. And mud is better than slime, and mud cannot be defeated by slime because mud is endless. And it's a lot of it. And I want every Discord in the world to have like a cool lore and fighting style. Not necessarily because we're gonna make every server a bot server where you can do stuff, but just as like a cool aesthetic thing, so you can wave your flag.
My server has some of that, has some vague role lore going on, but it could be codified. It could be codified a lot better. We've got our rank and file soldiers are the wastoids in Ben Saint's Hellfire
me and you
Hamlet.
are like Protestant Christians and Catholic Christians, where we can fight a lot, we can have some hard times. The Rise and the Killers can kill each other mercilessly in the street over and over ad nauseum forever. But then we look a little bit to the east and we see some Muslims and we just on cue both simultaneously.
And we can't have that,
Yeah,
no siree.
Yeah, no. We may hate each other, but we hate other people even more. So we have to kill them. We have to team up to be able to destroy them.
It's game of Discord communities.
Killers and Rowdies will come together to protect their fair city from a mutual threat. Disgusting, though.
What happens when the hippos invade? What happens when the mud envelops
Talk
endless
about
war?
niche content. What the fuck are we talking about right now?
This
It's the cool
this is
stuff.
the real shit. This is the raw shit. This is what we care about deeply. We want to viewer. Listen, we invite you to join us on this quest of inner beauty and self-discovery. We're inviting you into our world, into our private world of whatever the fuck we're talking about right now. Come along. Come along.
It's
on
just
this
way more
quest.
interesting. Like YouTube, I see is 100% explanations about something or other. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to explain. I want to create. That's why I like all this Discord shit, because it's very creative and it's very silly and it's very on the fly, and it's like you're interacting with people. It's like having a comment section, but like a real-time comment section. But you don't even have to stream to do it. You just talk to people live. It's great.
Was it you I was talking to, Munchie, about how Discord has changed how people talk to each other on the internet?
It was me who told that to you. Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. It was a conversation we were having, you and I. Yeah.
Sure,
I don't know.
we're partners in this, I guess. Now.
Whatever. It was whatever. I just was in. Well, if it wasn't you, then I was gonna bring it as my own idea. But whatever. Yeah, it was
sure
interesting.
thwarted that.
I had never thought about it before. Has everyone on the internet migrated to Discord? Has everyone given up on
but it's
Skype?
become super big. My original point was back in Skype and stuff like that. You had group chats, but you had to befriend someone in order to get into those chats, and they were more like friend groups. There were some big, 100 people groups, but those were few and far in between, and again, you had to befriend maybe an admin or a member or something like that to even get into them. With Discord, it shifted away from like friend groups to like capital S servers that are borderline independent
communities
and communities completely revolving around one aspect, maybe a game or a show or something like that, or even just common interests or something niche like endless war. But the point is that they aren't friend groups per se. They can become friend groups, and sometimes they are friend groups. I have some IRL friend group Discord servers, but most of the time they are like independent communities that you join and you can partake in, and
They're
live
like,
whenever you want. And it's shifted away from
forums.
interpersonal connections.
They're
It's
like,
just
they're sort
you're
of
a
like
big
forums.
city.
They just move super fucking fast.
Exactly.
It's weird.
It's very strange. It's a very strange world we live in now.
I don't know what's so strange about it. It's just sort of chatting with... It's a way to communicate with
I don't think it's bad.
like a large amount of
That's
people
not
very
negative.
easily.
It's not that easy though, because like it does kind of feel like Discord servers and things like that have replaced internet forums to a certain extent, but it's a totally different experience. It doesn't feel the same at all, because a Discord server goes by in like you pretty much have to be there or you miss it. Whereas like a forum, it's like people are posting and it's all archived and you read through the backlog. I don't really read through backlogs on Discord very much because there's just too fucking
And
much.
it shows, Ben. It shows.
Well, what do you? What do you?
I do. I do all the time.
Who's got fucking time for that? Who's got time for any of you freaks?
Yeah, true.
Apparently you do, since you're here.
Oh, no.
I'm only here for that moolah, baby.
Destroyed.
I'm only here
Why
for
does
that
everyone
cashola.
sound like dead and or dying,
No,
physically
I'm not
and
dead.
or mentally? Well,
Let me
you're
t-
talking
let me-
quiet.
I thought I
feels like
always
that.
sounded dead or dying.
Let me tell you a story, Hifo. I went to Canada. I returned from Canada, and then I got ill and almost died, and my fever was very high.
What a story!
Wow, cool story, dude.
Why were you in
Just another
Canada?
day in the life of the violent violence.
Was this on
By the
a
way-
podcast that I wasn't on? Did I miss the story of why you were in Canada?
No, that's the thing though. Like I haven't been in a like this is my first podcast after I've returned from Canada.
Yeah,
because
Mage
I
has
got
been
ill.
gone for a while. Mage was
I
in my
see.
time zone and didn't even say hi to me. Disgusting.
Make no mistake, viewers. I'm not bored or uninterested or sleepy. I just am quiet today. You're getting quiet, Munchie.
It's
It
it's
feels
really
like there's a
disturbing.
different person.
Yeah, it does feel. You know, like that scene in Men in Black
It feels uncanny.
where
yeah.
the bug just like wears the guy's skin. I feel like that's what's happening with you right now.
Dude,
I think I don't know if it was you, Tom, who described this to me, but I think it was at your house, at DigiHouse, last trip to Boston, where I was just talking, I don't know, pretty seriously about college or something, or maybe it was on an episode, and everyone was aghast. Everyone didn't know how to.
That happened
react
on
to
like
me.
6 different episodes.
Yeah.
Did it? Okay. Well,
No
then
one just
whatever.
can't.
That.
Everyone just
It's
been
can't.
a
no,
get
fucking
it
it.
still
saga.
doesn't sink in. Still doesn't sink in though.
Yeah.
No-
it
no
will
one
never
can
sink
handle- I
in.
don't know why.
Hey, is it kosher if I bring up the whole Vic thing? Because
what?
Okay.
people
Oh,
told me
well,
people
hold
told
on.
me that Vic like criticized me on the college thing, but I listened to what he said, and like it was it didn't even feel like criticism. I don't know. People told me
on.
like, man, Vic put the PCP on blast, and like he was pretty anti-Ben with and I listened to it, and it's like it's totally not. He disagrees with with us not like with us like discouraging college and stuff.
I'm so neutral on that, by the way.
I don't know. I've thought about it, and my position, I was never like totally against. I'm just hesitant. I'm hesitant and concerned about the merits of it, but I'm not like totally. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to say that people told me some people hyped that up like it was a big dramatic thing, and then I listened to it. And it wasn't.
I
Just
wanna
like
state for
everything
the
else in
record
life.
that I have not seen any of those videos besides hippos, and I assume due to the fact that they're the college topic, that they're all revolving around me, and it's more fucking noise on that front, which I don't really care for either way. To hear more affirmation or negativity,
Yeah.
doesn't really. I don't need that. So I've seen that Vic and Hope video come out. Then I've seen Digi's rebuttal, and I thought, no fucking thanks.
I didn't see
goodbye.
Digi's rebuttal.
Digi's
but then
video was
I
just
saw
on
Hippo's
college in
video.
general.
Okay.
I saw Hippo's video, and his description is he replies to Digi, and his description of Vince sounds so strange that I have no idea what I had stumbled onto. It was so different than what I had thought. So, how often do gangsters come up in the
It was just
discussion?
once. They were talking
That
about
was
yeah.
the dumbest thing by far.
Well, but Hippo, you agreed with it.
I agreed with
You
it.
were like defending the argument.
I was defending.
Which again, I
Digi.
didn't hear his original argument, but I heard your rebuttal to it.
The basic gist was they were talking about college and what a college degree can get you, and it is a good reason for college. Doctors were brought up, lawyers were brought up.
Gangsters were brought up,
and then
apparently.
Digi brought up illegal doctors could only go into the gangsters, and May was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And Digi had been smoking weed during the episode, and it was very funny.
Yeah.
But I thought he had a point, and he was getting shut down because he was smoking weed, and I decided
Was
to
this on
defend
the
him.
PCP or was this on?
No,
This was on a Digi and May
Coliseum.
Pokemon Coliseum Let's Play.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
It was, it
well,
was pretty silly.
We probably don't need to go any further into all that.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
there's
I mean,
already
I
there's already a constellation of minor videos, reaction videos about it.
I just want to know if there's anything I'm missing out. Is there any sort of a knowledge bomb that Victor or Digi have dropped that have changed the conversation? Or is it
Vix
the same
is
old?
Vix is very pro college and thinks college is a good idea.
I mean,
which,
the only thing that was
definitely there are arguments for that.
Victor's video was that college can be good, and he goes on to basically say that the PCP in general is kind of on the downswing, and we're not doing enough, and a lot of no one would want our lifestyle is basically what the gist was in so many words.
Well, I mean, the statement "college can be good" is the most.
It's
nothing
pretty
statement
uncontroversial,
right? I guess the only thing, because Digi made a response video, and he tried not to include Munchie in it at all, because it was just supposed to be his thesis on college, which is just everything we've already heard, but said for everyone can hear it now. Not in his own house when it was Halloween or whatever. And he was just went over the same fucking points, whatever.
Okay.
But there were some
I'm
things
glad
that
that's what I
Victor said
assumed
in his
happened
video
in
that
the intro.
weren't 100% accurate to what we've been saying and stuff, I guess, and so he was trying to clarify that. I don't know.
I mean, the reason the Victor thing was a big deal is because he went into all of us for not producing content, and the fact that
Right.
some of us
That
were
was,
saying college
I
is
think, the
bad,
problem,
and you're
quote,
not
unquote.
successful, so how can you say that, you idiot? And it was a bit incendiary. I thought it was funny because Victor is too chuckly to seem like an actual dangerous man. Even if he had a knife, he'd be laughing, and I'd be laughing along with him. So it was it was just a little slight drama bump, brony style drama,
It was
not
fine.
even
It's
not
all
even
fine.
actually a thing.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. If you watch the video, at first I was I don't know. The only thing that felt weird is that some of the stuff Victor had say at the time felt like he was just because I haven't talked to him since RadCon, so it was just between RadCon and now, did he suddenly get on a different wavelength or something? But it was fine. It was not a big deal. It's not even worth talking about right now. That's how unimportant
it's
it
so
is.
hard to keep up tabs with Victor. Granted, I haven't tried that hard.
I mean,
but
I
it's
guess
not
if I
like
wanted
we
to do that, I would be watching the
Vic and Hope.
the Vic and Hope channel, but I haven't been watching any such Let's Play videos.
I've
content.
recently outlawed Let's Plays for my life. I've
Yeah.
made a restriction where I can no longer watch
not-
them as
not a
a
terrible
mental
idea.
health. Yeah,
I've
a mental
jumped
health,
back into
safety
them.
guard.
I like Vic and Hope. I don't watch it because
No, they're good.
it's Breath
They're
of the
great.
Wild and it sucks to look at. But yeah, it's and the Digi and Main stuff. I like a bit of Let's Play talking about shit because it is kind of it's a weird format because they're friends and they know you, and when they talk about you, it's kind of like you're listening in on a conversation, but they're making it public. It's such a weird you would never get that in a formal podcast necessarily. It feels more like a conversation that you just have the key to snoop around in the back and listen to them.
I'm
I
actually
just-
going
I
to
just-
rescind
yeah.
I'm gonna rescind my last statement that it's so hard to keep up with Victor. It's actually, I assume it wouldn't be that hard if I tried at all. 100% my fault. I used to fucking watch Digibro every single day it came out. I was the most religious Team Victor fan of all time. Victor's my spicy bro. Victor is an official spicy bro. But what have I done to keep in tabs with him? I haven't fucking messaged him in probably literally a year, if not more. I have not been listening to his podcasts. I have not even been attempting to keep up with him. I've just assumed, haha, he's not on Discord, or at least I don't think he's on Discord.
He's in this server right now.
No, I know he has a Discord account, but I think he made one specifically to join the PCP Discord. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
That's probably
sure.
true.
Yeah, I don't think that he's on it.
He's notoriously not on the net.
Yeah. So, I think if I were to text him or something, it would be a gay old time. But this is just, I don't know, this is another example of just I assume things are hard so I don't do them, and therefore my life is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radical.
I rescind everything that I said. Victor is an angel.
Let's start the podcast over.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to the PCP. Here we've got Ben.
Bye. Catch you later.
Just Ben. Just Ben. Ben's the only one here.
I'm not trying to make this all about the Discord. I'm not trying to make this an RFCK thing or anything, but I do really want to talk about the fact that I was up all night last night making Slimoid battles, and this past week we released Slimoids, and I'm just so fucking excited. I'm just so fucking enthused about Slimoids.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah.
We do have our own show,
What are you talking about?
We can just talk about this on RFCK. There's
Why
no
can't I
reason...
talk about it here? I want to fucking share what I'm passionate about with my fucking friends, you piece of shit.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
All I'm saying is that it's basically the entire topic so far has been RFCK Discord.
No, it fucking hasn't! What the fuck are you talking about?
It's been prevalent. It's been prevalent.
No, it has not. It has been ancillary at best.
Continue.
Quiet Munchie is such a psychopath.
He's such a piece
You know
of
what?
shit. I
You know
hate
what's
him.
happened? Munchie has stolen so many dads. He just is a dad now. That's what we're experiencing.
It's
What are you talking about right now? Listen, Listen, guys. I'm not trying to be stern right now.
I know you're not trying to,
too.
but the fact that
I can be fun too. I'm just one of the boys. I'm just one of the boys. Guys, what are you playing now, guys? Is Mario still?
Listen to this wolf in sheep's clothing. Look, man.
It's funny.
It's
Hey,
weird
Ben.
that Munchie, being the youngest one, is currently doing the hello, fellow kids.
I know.
Hey, Ben, do you know if there's a Discord server that I can join and play in browser for free that might be text-based based on old MUD type games? Do you know if
I
there's
might
anything
have
like that?
heard.
Oh yeah, the mud puddle. Go to discord.com/.
MUD.
Splash.
Ben, what are you talking about Slimoids?
I don't know. Someone asked me something about them. I just want to gush about them.
Fuck?
Look,
Dude,
look,
what the fuck?
Sweet Mouse messaged me like 2 hours ago, being like, "Hey, so I want to make the best Slimoid I can make for when Slimoid battling becomes a thing. Let me ask you some questions about Slimoid brains. How does Slimoid brains work?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so fucking enthused to tell you all about how Slimoid brains work, dude." I was like, man, this brain does this and that. This one sucks. This brain is pretty good if you want to do this kind of thing. And I don't know how this is going to work yet, but probably this brain will be...
Is brains like nature's?
Basic, more or less. You can choose all the different parts. You assemble your Slimoid from all these different parts, and you get to choose what kind of brain it has. And depending on what kind of brain you give it, it has different personality behaviors when you interact with it, and it behaves. It's gonna behave differently. It's gonna have a different AI sort of controlling it. It's so fucking cool. I'm just so fucking jazzed about it. 24 hours a day.
It's good that you actually finished the thing you were trying to do, because you've got a lot of stuff to get done, and you've been stressing out about Slimoids for a while. So
yeah,
that's good to be done.
End of season 1 was when I started working on Slimoids, and
been a
then
while.
Yeah, it was like a long, and then like season 2 came out and the code was all different and I got frustrated, and then I took another crack at it and I realized that like it needed to interact with the database in a way I didn't understand, so I got my friend John to fucking show me how the database works, and then I went back to it and I realized that nothing I had written would work with how I now understand the database to work, so I had to fucking redo it all from scratch. And then the other, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago now, maybe, or something like that, I finally finished it, and then it comes out, and everyone loves it. Everyone's making their slime woods, and I'm like, okay, now it's time for the most arduous task of all, taking everything I've done and building upon it to create the Slimoid battle system. Okay, I'm gonna have to throw out everything I did before and start from scratch, and then I tested it, and like everything that I made from battle system actually worked fine, and it just needed minor tweaks, and it was done in like a day and a half. So it's coming out really soon.
Ben and I hung out a week ago when you're listening to this, and I can confirm that every 30 minutes, whenever there was like a slight lull in conversation, like a 2-second gap, he'd just sigh and say, "Oh, when Slimoid battling comes out, like you'll all rue the day you picked on little old Ben the Saint."
Yeah.
You'll realize the
Jenny
fool
will
you've
regret
made of yourselves.
returning me down for junior prom.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
When I show up with my new Slimoid wife.
The whole motivation
Ben.
for this was that when Jenny shot you down, that was the moment you decided someday
Fuck you,
I'm gonna have
Jenny,
a Discord
I
server.
miss you bitch!
Ben, I just want to know, when are you doing your sabbatical? You've been talking about sabbatical for like 3 fucking months, and I have not seen you turn hide nor tail.
You know the truth. Okay, so when we recorded that 17-hour nightmare horror show RFCK episode,
We're going to do that again. I hope you know.
Ugh, no, we're not. I'm never playing Brawl ever again.
No, we're not. We don't have to do Brawl. We can do something else.
Well, when we recorded that, yeah, I talked in the conversation about how I wanted to take a sabbatical from the internet. And the truth is that I kind of have been. Like, I haven't been, like, on my Discord very much. I haven't really been, like, doing much on the internet. So I don't know, I just didn't... Like, at the time, I thought maybe I would announce, like, okay, I'm unplugging from the internet and I'm going away for, like, you know, a month or two until shit's done. But then, like... I don't know, just something clicked in my head, like, maybe a week or 2 ago, and, like, suddenly I fucking buckled down and I got Slimoids done, and I did, like, 2 new Vapors pages in, like, 3 days, and that was, like, you know, a recent record that was... I couldn't believe how long it had been. I had let that shit lie fallow for so long, I can't fucking believe how long I went without drawing a new page. I hate it. I fucking hate it. But it's okay. But it's okay because I'm back. So I'm fucking back, and Slimoids are done, and it's all about the Vapors now.
You know what? You know what's slightly
also
disturbing,
T-Bat, which
Ben?
is also almost done.
You know what's slightly disturbing, Ben?
Yeah.
Is, for our relationship as humans, is that you can like log off from the internet softcore, and I view no change in the amount of time that like we interact. In fact, it almost goes up in a way.
I haven't been logged off. I just have not been engaging with. Like, I haven't really been on Twitter. I haven't really been in my Discord. I've just been
Sounds
working
like
on
there was
stuff.
a lot of wasting of time on the internet, and now
There
you're
was.
just
Yeah,
using the internet for the
I don't know.
constructive purpose.
I didn't view it as wasting of time. I viewed it as like, you know,
rearranging of time.
Well, at that like being on Twitter and being in Discord, like that's how I like interact with people. But yeah, I think maybe it was cutting in. I was doing it at the expense of like, you know, working on shit. And I mean, you're supposed to interact with people, right? You're not supposed to just work and not talk to anyone, right?
No, yes. I think
yet,
that's something very important.
And yet, at this moment, I feel so much better about things since I've stopped doing anything. Since I've stopped communicating with people and just been working instead.
Well, I mean, I feel if it's been so long since you've done anything. Yeah, you were imbalanced.
I was imbalanced, and I've tilted the other way now, and
it'll feel good for a while until you start feeling the longing for social interaction,
I mean, you know,
and then you got to balance it back out.
Moderation in all things, as I'm sure you know. Like,
no, I don't know moderation. I can't do it. I can't do anything. I can't do anything without throwing myself into it completely and being like, this is what I am now.
Ben, there are huge.
And the same goes for the other
differences.
thing. I can't taper something back. I just if I taper something back at all, if I push something even slight, if something goes behind anything else in my mind's eye, it's gone. It's gone, and I don't touch it.
I'm 100%
there's a
on board with
huge
this
difference.
horrible mentality because
It's
do the same
horrible. It's ruined everything.
There's a huge difference between talking to people in your Discord fan server and talking to your friends. I would say that, like, what is important for you to do? Sure, like, networking and you know, like, community management, quote-unquote, is important. But I would say what most people mean when they say you gotta talk to people, you can't just focus on your art, is just talk to your friends and get more input, even just for your art. It's important to have second opinions and stuff like that. It's not so much people who are thinking, oh yeah, go post on forums. You gotta go post on some forums. You know, meet your forum post quota for every comic page you make. It's more like you gotta have more fucking human interaction, genuine ones.
Watching a presentation, some guy was making this point that like artists are terrible at like networking or like making time in person to like talk about their craft. He was this thing was specifically talking about like actors. He was presenting some like actors thing, but he just like it said applied to artists in general, because he was saying like, you know, the most of the time that like when you're an actor and you see other actors is when you're like going for a role and you all want to kill each other because you're all fighting. Like there's never a time when you can just talk about your craft in a like normal kind of friendly way. And like artists in general are bad at it,
right? If you're an actor and you're doing like some performative art or something, you know, your art and your job means you're interacting with people. Like right now, you know, I'm talking to other humans right now. I'm talking to Hippo Bin, Tom, and Mage. Like I can like trick myself into thinking, all right, that's good enough human interaction. You know, I've got my fill for today. No more, please, and just go back to working on, you know, endless work code or whatever it is that I do. But I mean, I'm not trying to say that this podcast isn't, you know, good or that we shouldn't do it and it's not good for our friendship or anything. I'm just saying, like, this is not really, you know, this is way different than when me and Ben were hanging out.
Right, this isn't shooting the shit. We're all putting on a subtle performance right now. We're all exaggerating and regressing parts of our personality in order to be more entertaining. This is not the way we talk to each other off camera. I don't want to
glorify shooting the shit or anything. Like, it's not like I think it's like a super productive thing to do. I just think your mind sort of catalogs it differently. I think it's healthy to shoot the shit every once in a while, at the very least.
I think human interaction is important. In person, IRL, for real.
I mean, I would say that even though we were, you know, shooting the shit and talking casually, we weren't trying to fill every, you know, silence gap with you know, content for people to drown in. We did talk about, you know, art and work stuff yesterday, Ben. We did talk about stuff to do. It was, I wouldn't say maybe productive, but I mean that's how all ideas are made, right? You know, two friends are talking and they think, maybe we should do this. You know, maybe they made a joke and they're like, you know, that could turn into a real project, and boom, bada bing, bada boom, you've got a T-BAP or something like that.
You know, I've talked about this on the show before. It doesn't feel that different being on here than it does just talking to someone in a normal setting, because like you're always performing, right? Even if you're just talking to a person in real life, like you're still on it to a degree. It's not like, oh, now I'm on, but when it's my friends in real life, I'm not. No, I'm still like trying to be. I'm still like trying to be cool and trying to make people like me through the way that I interact with them. Like that doesn't turn off.
No, I think you turn it up or down though, depending on the context of the situation.
I don't think
different on air and off.
I don't think maybe aside from Munchie, I don't think we really put on that much of a show individually on the PCP, because it ends up being just just us talking about stuff generally. Like I've seen in Radcons. Like, we would make jokes that we would make in a podcast in real life. We would do funny things all the time. And then we would have quieter moments where somebody's just talking about something. And it's like, it feels pretty much the same.
Yeah.
To me, anyway.
The difference is the conversation itself, the conversation topics, where I would probably talk about and ask about way different things on a podcast than I would ask someone else, one-on-one in person, or, in a group in person, just hanging out, talking casually. When I'm talking here, the sort of topics I bring up are usually meant to be, entertaining in one way or another, either being
I guess
funny or
that's why the
interesting or
podcast sucks, is I don't think about what could be entertaining for the audience enough.
I think
whereas I would probably ask more, I don't know, personal things that I would usually want to talk about more, it may be
ask
the
me about
conversation
what
topics
I'm
I would
doing.
want to, I would bring up wouldn't be
In the
necessarily
mug.
be good podcast material. It would just be something I want to know about you, what you've been doing, and, what you want to continue to do. I would be happy and to talk about, maybe some taboo drama that's come up recently with Ben that we can't talk about on the show because
There's none of that, by the way. There is
Yeah,
none.
I was wondering what.
It really sounded like you were hinting at something,
No.
and I just want to no,
Yeah.
there's no that's a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh, is it though?
Ooh.
But you know what I mean, right? You get what I'm trying to
Yeah,
put down.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different sort of air. It's a different. I mean,
it's not
I don't
exactly
think
the
I'm
same.
putting on a character right now. Like I don't think that like Munchie is separated from how I am in real life. I don't even think that he's particularly like some sort of like on steroids heightened version of how I am. It's just I get nervous, and when I get nervous, I say kooky things and scream in parentheses usually. But when I'm off air, I don't have to worry. I don't have to be nervous because I'm just with my friends, and I don't think they'll hate me if I say something wrong. I mean, they might, but I don't operate under the fact that they will. I don't ever I would never consider talking with one of you guys just off air, like performing anything. That's just how I am. When I'm talking to you guys, that's just what
everything's
I am.
everything you do in life is a performance.
If
Even
you,
yourself
if you want to be
sometimes.
if you want to wax pseudo-philosophically, then okay, maybe. But I think
Yeah.
there's a very clear, at least in my, in my worldview, very, very distinct and clear difference. Recording a podcast and talking to someone else. You could call it performance.
Not for
but
me.
I don't-
It's the
I don't
lines.
think
The
so.
line's very blurry. The line's very wide. It's gradient for me.
I mean,
All we
if you
need to
want to
do
talk
is,
about
like,
just like
to-
the
Bit of a
physical
difference.
stuff, I'm looking at my computer screen now. I'm looking at a microphone right now. I'm not looking at someone else's face.
But I'm talking to you guys the same way that I would if I wasn't being recorded. Is what I'm getting at.
Sure.
I don't really think
I think there's still a bit of a difference. Just even if you don't mean it, it's still a
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe
what
I
it is,
can't.
it's
Maybe
a
I can't
difference
accurately
that-
self-assess that.
It's a difference that nobody would ever like. It's so unique to you. What you literally actually act like when nobody's watching.
Right.
That nobody would ever know unless they spy on you. And I don't want to do that. Or do I?
What do you... now I'm interested to see if this comes across at all in the way I speak. When you guys, were talking to me during the non-recording moments of Recon 3, or even just when we were out, doing something, whatever, when we were talking casually, do you sense much of a difference in the way that I am? Or is it all in my head?
The
Thinking
only
about it,
thing
probably.
that seems different is that sometimes on a podcast you'll have an actual script in front of you that you wrote and you read it. But outside of that, not really.
No, I do. I don't I haven't. The things that are recorded are more memorable because I've seen them more than once. But I do remember times when Munchie is just sort of there and he's not doing
Being
anything.
boring in a...
Yeah, for a lack of a better term, not being, haha, it's me, Munchie,
how dare
normal.
he not entertain the
Well,
masses?
you're not doing that right now. You're not that all the time.
Not that
even,
he's not that
even
he's
on the
being
podcast.
a court jester. I mean, he wouldn't necessarily have a thing on his mind to say next. It would just be wherever the conversation's going. If he has something to say, he'll say it. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. But in a podcast, there's this constant pressure to think of the next thing that has to be said about this, or what
Constantly
you
trying to
want,
think ahead.
what you want the public to know you think about certain topics.
Recording a podcast is like killing a vampire. You're trying to reload your shotgun while the vampire's making his moves, and because of that, you're not looking at the vampire. You're not trying to see where he's circle strafing or where he's moving his hands. You're just focused on reloading your own shotgun to shoot him with.
Am I the vampire?
We're all the vampire, Ben.
We're all the vampire?
No one's the shotgun. The viewers are the shotgun.
Yeah.
I have a thing about like working and stuff.
You have to raise your hand before you can start speaking.
I did. I've been raising it this whole time, but you can't see because you're just looking at the screen.
Oh wow!
He's looking at a shotgun. That's why you can't see your hand
just,
raised.
Just another failure of the medium of podcast, not delivering me my raw friendship. I couldn't see him raise his hand. That was crucial to my appreciation of him as a person. Continue.
My little brother, who you may know as the master coder who created Runaway from Snakes, the video game. Buy it now on itch.com
John Carmack, right?
Charlie Batten. Cool guy, obviously, because he's my brother, I like him. Mm-hmm. He's making a new game, which is like Ratchet and Clank-esque.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, he's got like a weapon wheel, and he's figuring out how to do like water ripple effects and stuff. And he's got jumping. It's really cute, it's really good, and I'm really proud of him.
He needs to get in the I Am Games Discord and get in the devlog channel, because we all circle jerk about our games and that, and it's great motivation.
The description is going to have 1,000 fucking Discord invite links.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's doing all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is good. This means he is like still he hasn't done a shade and like stopped making what he makes. He hasn't done a shade and like stopped making music. I mean, I haven't kept
Shade
up with
makes
Shade.
pizzas, right? Doesn't he still work at
He
Domino's?
makes pizzas now.
He does make pizzas.
That's pretty sick.
So like
Surely
still
those
creative.
things aren't mutually exclusive.
Well, he's a manager, so he's not like making them deliberately.
I don't know, maybe managers do. Maybe when it gets really busy, the manager has to step out of his office. He's got to like take off his suit and tie and put on one of those blue shirts and like get some like flour on his hands and be like, all right,
me a pizza in like a fucking year, and I'm getting real pissed about it.
When is he going to upload that 3D printed image?
Dude,
I can 3D print the pizza myself.
I want to go to Shade and be like, Shade, I want a custom pizza. I want to request like down to the millimeter the amount of the thickness of the crust.
If you pledge to Shade on Patreon, you get a custom pizza.
Shade is making sick custom pizzas
every month.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah. So he's making a new game, and he's into coding stills, which is this good thing for me, because I want to make another game with his skills. Well, I mean, yeah, it's like, I'm not a part of the creative process, because whatever, but like, he is like my contractor, or I'm the other way around. He is like the muscle, and I am the brains, and I have to think of all the cool shit.
But who's the
and
heart?
I'm just, it's a very... It's annoying because I have this idea for this game, and I have an idea for a comic that will be, like Runaway from Snakes was part of the Balejape comic. My next comic, I'm thinking, I could make a game for that as well, and it'll be like a thing I do. And so I've got a new comic idea that is swirling around in my head. I've got a new game idea. I've got this idea that I could like model the main character in 3D, and that'll be really cool.
Do it.
I've got all these things going on, and I can't do any of them because I'm supposed to be doing something else with a deadline that is like eating up into my entire December. I haven't been doing anything other than working on this one thing. And it sucks because all these new cool ideas, fresh and unique, that I just can't spend any time working with.
What you gotta
It
do,
hurts.
this is what you gotta do. You gotta write everything down. Every time you have a cool idea, write it down so you can get back to it when you have
I mean,
time.
I have been writing them down.
Good,
I've got like Google Docs upon Google
things
Docs
all
of
the
things.
time for not writing them down, and it is the most retarded thing ever done.
Hippo, before I respond to your actual point, I just want to say, whenever you come to RadCon, or just after the PCP when we aren't recording, you just splay your teat out wide.
Whoa.
And I just want to suckle it so badly, but it's so hard, and I can never get it in one clean pump. It always leaves me so unsatisfied whenever I try.
Pee, so I don't have to hear this.
I get so fucking mad whenever you're like, yeah, I'm just like working on a movie, like it's no big deal. I hate Alec Baldwin, whatever. And then, I approach you, I corner you to get some of that tit in my mouth, and you're just like, it's not really a big deal, so I'm not even really gonna talk about, like, whatever, I'm just making a movie, it's just a script, whatever, I don't even care.
It is just a script. I mean,
I
there's
fucking
lots
hate
to
you.
it, but like
How
I
about
don't know.
that?
I don't know how to talk about it. Like I'm not a screenwriting analyst. I didn't cut my teeth on reviewing scripts. I review shows.
All I know is that when, you know, occasionally you'll post some work from your, or, you know, just talking about it in the PCP chat, it'll be like a whole new world, and you'll post like some animated trailer that I'm not even supposed to talk about, don't worry, haha. And I'll just like lose my fucking mind because I don't recognize my mind that it's like real because I don't know anything about it. So I just think, Hippo, it's scripts, that's just a code word for gay sex. He's just a gay person now. That's what he means because I don't know anything about it. So when I actually see proof of it, I fucking go insane.
It's something I don't know how to upsell. Well, I don't want to. I don't want like.
No, I don't want you to like fucking. I don't know, like try and.
No,
upsell.
no. I'm okay with talking about it a little bit. It's just I don't really know how to explain. Like, what is it about? Like, I've been doing it for a while now, so certain things I've learned and I've just come to accept, and I'm not sure which is like the most interesting part.
The most interesting part to me is that you are in the industry, and that is cool. All this fucking
yes.
the PCP has built up a culture of anti-industry for good reasons, and I'm not trying to say that it's squeaky clean or anything. But when did cartoons and movies stop being cool? When did, you know, working in big groups and having, you know, budget stop being cool? It's nice to be in the industry. You know who was in the industry? Fucking Don Bluthie, you know? Who was in the industry? Ariel from My Little Mermaid. I'm just trying to say, some good things can happen when you got two people together.
Funny fact, one of the times I went to a thing for, like, pitching an animation show, I met an old Danish man, and he said he used to work with Don Bluth. I was like, oh,
did you say,
whoa.
Yeah, I know that guy. It's not really a big deal. Like, you're not really that special, because, like, you know, I played Dragon Lace too, so.
Yeah, and I beat the shit out of him and left him in the sewer.
Yeah, what a fucking asshole.
No, it was just cool. It was just, like, we talked about stuff. But I'm, like, such an idiot that I didn't think to make a connection with him, and I don't know anything about, like, how to contact him. But, you know, it's just one of those things, just one of those industry things when you're a fucking idiot and you don't have an IMDb that you look at.
You know, it's not really a big deal.
Not an IMDb, a fucking...
You want to come shave my balls?
What's the thing where, like, all the business people have an account?
LinkedIn?
And LinkedIn, yeah. I should be looking at a LinkedIn. I should be doing that.
Wait. Hippo, are you gonna? Hippo, you're gonna have an IMDb. You're gonna have an IMDb, and it's gonna be your writing credits.
Oh,
you're gonna be a real human.
The show you're gonna be on is Hypocrite Show, like Deceased in
Yes.
It's gonna be
Oh
great.
god, please don't do that. If the movie comes out, don't add Hypocrite to it. Just please don't do that. It will be funny, but don't.
Oh, I cannot wait for you to get James Gunned. I cannot wait for you to get James Gunn down, where you are a successful screenwriter and you make Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then the uppers at Disney see the Hypocrite Show and see like, I hate mud. That's a terrible substance and texture. Deleted, and then they fire you. It's gonna happen.
It happens to all of us. None of us are clean. We
Let's
got
talk
a
about this
little
more
bit of mud
after
on
the show
us.
because I want to get into like major specifics and I don't want to like spoil or also like break contract or whatever. I don't want to get you in trouble with
it's not about like breaking
Donnie.
contracts. It's just like the more I talk about it, the more it becomes a thing in people's minds, and if it just falls through at some point, I will have nothing, and people will be like, oh. So I don't want, I'm just being cautious about it.
I understand. That makes sense. However, fuck off, and I want more. But after the show. So your brother's making video games, and he's a coder.
Yes. He is a coder, he is a Unity 3D man. He's very, very smart. Always has been smart for his age, probably because he hung around with me, who was years older, and therefore, like,
so
when he
smart,
went to
dude.
school, this has always been funny to me, where he would, like, talk to me about, like, philosophical things that I was having when I was whatever age I was. He brought those like thoughts into his younger class, and nobody fucking got it, and everyone was stupid. And he said, people in my class suck. And it's been like that forever. Like, he's just smarter than everyone around him, which
so
is very
he's
funny.
pulling a Munchie, is that what you're trying to say?
He's basically my Munchie that I've created.
You've just been giving him some intellectual rare candies all his life.
You know that's really cool. You know, Brother's a Coder. Hey, Tom, do you know if there's a free podcast on the internet so that someone could listen to in order to, like, I don't know, learn code?
Let me just think. I think there's one called Killing Code. I think it's what it's called. That might be one.
I hate one of the hosts on there. He just streams and he doesn't actually have any insight. It's really annoying.
I like that podcast. It's pretty good.
There's only one episode, right? I listened to the first one.
There's two.
There's two. I haven't listened to the second one yet. Yeah. Can I be on sometime and brag about Slimoids?
That's not. No, you can't.
And just talk about all the coding I did.
That's a very
talk about all the things that I learned.
You'd have to buy the book that we're
so
going through, and you'd have to talk about what we're doing in the book. Yeah.
But I look.
It's an
I
educational
don't go buy
show.
the book. I don't go buy the book. Okay, I'm a cowboy. I'm in the Wild West of coding Python.
I mean,
right?
I understand. That's what I was doing with GD script, and then Munchie like corralled me into being an he's sinking his college-bound teeth into my brain and getting me to like buy a book and use curriculum. It's crazy. I don't even know what's going on. It's totally different experience.
It's almost like being taught, you know, is less painful and more engaging and educational than just trying bullshit and just making hackneyed code.
I don't know if I agree though. The reason I wanted to do this podcast is because there were fundamentals that I did ignore, and it was going to bite me in the ass. But I will say it is way more fun to just open up Godot and like, all right, how do I make this character move? And just start Googling until he starts moving than to do A plus B in parentheses and finish the thing.
Worth mentioning, my brother went to like coding university course and he passed and it was good.
Whoa.
But he still like regularly, when he needs specific information, will Google a tutorial about how to do something.
I mean, like, that's what a lot of our comment section on the podcast so far has been, is like, you have to, as soon as possible, abandon your book and just go out into the wild, because that's the way you're actually going to learn how to code.
Sure, I'm not saying that you don't learn by experience. I'm just saying it's good to know where to start.
It's good to have both.
You
got to have the fundamentals.
I would not know what the fuck to Google if I didn't have this book and just like, all right, like how to code Python. There would be like an hour-long YouTube video about it, and that would just be some fucking schmuck explaining things.
There is.
Yeah.
There's when I tried to learn code like the first time when I tried to when Endless War was just a twinkle in my eye, and I went and tried to learn the right way. I found these YouTube videos called Automate the Boring Stuff with Python, which turns out I actually found that book lying around my house.
Whoa.
Like later. Yeah. Turns out that like those YouTube lessons were like the guy who wrote the book sort of delivering the first couple chapters of his book via YouTube video. But it didn't get anywhere very fast with that. It was too basic and it was too slow. If I had not been in a hurry, I maybe could have stuck with it. I like just sort of Googling shit and just like learning. Like that's kind of how I do most things. I just Google shit and I just whatever I want to do, I just look around and try and figure out just how to do this one thing, and it's all very willy-nilly and nonsense, and it's pretty fun. But I definitely have gaps. I definitely have gaps in my knowledge. Like I don't know. I was talking to John the other day. We were looking at the database, and like he like knew all the like. For me to debug something, I just have to like make a change to the code, run the program, see what it does, and then try and like figure out why did it do that. He had like strats. He like typed something in so that like the fucking MySQL thing would spit out like a result explaining like what happened when the code was run, which is like how'd you do that? Would probably be helpful for me to know,
right?
And I don't.
That's why I wanted to start. That's why I stopped doing GD script and decided to do the podcast with Munchies, because like I got to the point where my lack of the fundamentals were compounding upon themselves and causing more issues, and like I had to go back. Like I could have kept going forward and like fucking like just like duct taped all my code together and it would have worked. But I could see like the scope of my project was like, if I keep going this way, it will eventually Jenga all over my UI and destroy my code forever. So I had to go back. I had to turn around. I had to abandon all the cool stuff about like getting attack animations and physics calculations and all this cool shit. I had to go back and I had to do A plus B in brackets, declare variables, and be like, I guess I gotta learn how all this basic baby stuff works so I can go build the real shit. And that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
To me, it's like I don't even know how I could possibly like just start. I mean, I guess that's how I started doing drawing, right? Like I didn't have like a book to teach me how to draw. I just started putting pencil to paper, and eventually I got good. But I don't think it's a stretch to say, maybe if not I had a book, but you know, if there was an art class at my school, probably would have got better way faster and with way less hardship in the beginning.
It's interesting you say that, Munchie, because I can explain exactly what would happen if you had just done what I did, because I did it. The part we're at in the book right now, where we're talking about functions and arguments, you know, I was just following tutorials on how to make a platformer in Godot, and they would just tell you to type these functions, and I had no idea what a function is. I just typed it out. And I didn't understand what arguments were, because they just assume in these videos I was watching that you know what an argument is because you know how to program, right? Wink, wink. And I was like, no, I'm just copying what you did. Wink, wink. So,
Jesus.
like, I would just get to the point, and they'd be like, you got to put these arguments in. I'm like, why? What is the point of an argument? Why is this happening here? I don't understand. I'm just copying what you're saying. And I understand what it does, but I don't understand why it does it. And I was getting to the point where I would like stop following the tutorials, because the tutorial I was following, the dude had a kid and just abandoned the thing mid like thing. So like there was no more.
Just abandoned the kid.
Yeah, he just abandoned the kid and kept making coding videos for me specifically because I PM'd him and he decided to keep going. No, so the series ended. And I was like, well, now what do I do? So then I like started watching another tutorial that was like how to make a Zelda clone. And I was trying to reverse engineer like the code from that to put it into a platformer, and I did figure out like wall collisions and stuff, and I felt like a god. But eventually, it was just like I still don't know what a function is. I just know. So it's just like I gotta go back. So like you just understand what and not why, and it becomes a problem.
I remember like coding like little games on Multimedia Fusion 2, and there was like easy code for babies where they spoke in plain English, like if character touches side of screen, stop movement. So, like, they can't go off the screen. It's like, oh, okay, now I understand code. Of course I didn't. But, like, they have these other things which were, like, completely alien to me. And I didn't Google them because I didn't know what Google was because I didn't care enough to try. Like, AND gates and OR gates and XOR gates and things that are, like, the basic fundamentals of, like, computer chips and like electronic pulses going around computer chips to determine whether something should go on or off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, it's hard.
That's
hard
too fundamental.
to do.
That's too fundamental.
I mean, yeah, but like I really enjoy understanding the fundamentals, because like watching my brother code, he's doing all this fancy stuff, and I ask him how, like, what he's doing affects the thing, and he'll give me some sort of explanation. And it's like, okay, so, and then I, like, translate what he's doing into English that I can understand. And he's like, yes, that's how it works. And I'm like, sick. Like, I love translating code speak into, like, human words. Like, when this happens, that happens. Oh, I get it. That's cool.
See, man, I am straight up telling you, miracles. It's like, alright, computers, right? What the fuck? Miracles is what. That's how I feel every day coding.
Miracle in a box.
Exactly. It's magic. That's all that needs to be said.
Dude, we're gonna be wizards. That's the whole point of learning code.
Mage, do you have, like, tuberculosis? What is wrong with your cough?
Owned.
I don't know what's wrong with my cough. I have phlegm in my lungs, I guess.
Gross.
How much are you
Sucks.
selling that for?
Ooh.
That's not an ooh.
Why?
That's an
That's
oh no.
good. That's good stuff right there.
Ben's just
No,
like
that-
slime.
that-
That's
that would
slime
go for-
adjacent.
podcast
That's
for it.
slime adjacent. That's,
It
that's
is slime
worthwhile.
adjacent.
That would go for like $12 per pint.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, guys. No, don't
No.
make this weird.
What are you talking about? Just talk about your phlegm on the podcast.
Well, I'll,
That's
look,
not
I'll
weird.
DM you after the podcast. We can discuss rates.
Fucking getting colds during the winter times. It always happens.
Always.
And I don't think I'm quite over mine. It
It's
sucks.
my yearly tradition. I step outside for 1 second and I catch a cold and I die every single year.
Oh no.
I did not get a cold this season, but something happened to me. My one night, I just like slept on my head weird or something, and like the next day, my neck hurt, and it has not. And it's just my neck hurt for like a week. It's kind of going away now. I kind of don't notice.
I've
anymore.
had that, but
I'm
for
trying
like
to
2
imagine-
years. It's the
I'm
worst.
trying to imagine like a neck thing, like you know, you'd folded your neck like forwards onto your chest, and you were sleeping chest down, and like, your head was completely folded in on itself. It was like, I just don't know what happened.
I think I just like slept with my head like turned a little too far to the side and it pulled a muscle or something.
Yeah, I think that happened to me as well. I had to change pillows, honestly, because apparently my pillow was too hard, so I had to buy a new one. I just kept the muscles in my head kept getting sore, and I just couldn't sleep, and it's just awful. It was awful.
I used to have a bed that was way too fucking soft, and every day my back hurt. I would wake up and my fucking back hurt. And I was like, you'd think that a soft bed is like good for you, like it's like it's like gentle. It's like gentle on your body, you know. It's like just like laying on a cloud. No, it fucking killed me. It killed me and it ruined my life.
Shit.
Oh no.
And now I sleep on a fucking stone slab. Now I sleep in a coffin and it's rad.
You sleep on a stone slab, and then I stab you through the heart, and you ascend to God tier.
Yeah.
This sleep discussion is getting dangerously close to dream discussion. I don't know if I like the way
Mage
this
did
is
this
going.
on purpose.
No, you were the one who brought it up. I wasn't
No.
gonna mention any dreams.
You.
Heck all of you.
You were trying
Stop
to
that.
lure us in.
Whoa, foul language.
She's bringing the hex.
Hex upon you.
The
and your
heckles,
pal.
Shit,
the shekels
my
for the
lineage.
heckles.
And the Shexels for the Hexels.
I need to be on that show again.
Wow.
I came up with the name of the show. I need to take my
have you not
throne
been on
back.
one?
I've only been on the first one. I keep missing all the other
I
ones.
think I've been on 2. Do we do them like every Sunday?
I don't know when we do them. That's why I keep
no,
do
missing
them
them.
like
We
do them,
started
like, once
doing
a
them
month.
every Sunday, but I think we've like gotten bad.
no, it wasn't every Sunday. It was like every other Sunday.
Oh, okay. Then I guess it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
all
bad,
within
though.
industry guidelines then.
If people want to see me play Dark Souls with restrictions, that was the last one. That was pretty fun. I want to continue that one.
I really,
Oh, wait, I
really
was
want
on
to
that
be on a Shekels for Heckles, but I never. It's always poor timing for me.
Aren't you like up all night? Aren't you like a nocturnal vampire?
Sometimes, but sometimes I have to do things and I cannot attend.
Part-time vampire? I don't know if I buy that.
I'm pretty sure I've been on every Shekels for Heckles, and let me just tell you, you're not really missing out on anything. It's just like a
But
piece
That's
of
because
I
I'm not
don't-
there to make it good.
I think it's pretty fun. I like it.
I just want to hang out with you guys and maybe heckle someone for playing a game.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
No, it
you
is
would
fun.
have to get in the chat to heckle.
Yeah, so the concept of the show, Mage, is that people pay in super chats to insult us. That's where the shekels for heckles come from. They give
Yeah,
us
yeah.
money to insult us.
Yes.
So you want to be in the chat and pay us money to insult us.
Well, no.
I
I mean,
you can if you
someone
want.
has to read out the
you
heckles,
can
right?
you can heckle for free, but we're not obligated to feel bad about it.
Yeah.
We're only obligated to feel bad about the ones people pay for.
I will
I mean,
say that
but yeah, I also
streams-
have people who have to read out the heckles, right? So
That's
I
true.
could
If you want to be the
reading
heckle
person.
announcer, all right.
You could be that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you could do that.
Streams
you could
definitely
finagle
feel closer to
I will
talking
steal
to like a
other
normal
people's
person
jokes.
in real life. They definitely feel like less performative than a podcast, right?
Being on
So-
being on a stream feels exactly like being on a PCP to me.
Oh, it feels way less responsibility to me because streams are just by definition terrible. That's just part of the whole kit and caboodle of streaming. Is that
I don't know.
Think there's
like
not been a
terrible
single good
as
stream.
No.
Name a good okay. Give me a stream that you were like, wow, fucking great stream, dude.
Name me a fucking podcast where you felt the same.
I wanted to say I Am Games, but I Am Games is a bad stream.
There are some PCP episodes where I'm like, wow, fucking home run, great job, keep it up.
Well, there are moments in streams that are just like
yeah,
the
but they're
funniest
fucking
thing of all
7
time.
hours of bullshit, and you
Well,
get
then
like a
you
few.
get-
I think Hippo's totally on the money that a podcast has the same problem in that it's just long content. And,
It's long content, and sometimes there's something really funny, and sometimes
Yeah.
people get the giggles.
Completely disagree. I mean, okay,
and the same thing can happen on a stream. It just feels a little less like I mean, even I feel like the lack of responsibility is what causes a lot of the funniest moments in a stream.
Sure, but
if you want
okay.
to get the good bits,
Munchie.
then
Well,
I guess like
streams have a big
cut
leg
it out
up.
from there.
Streams have a big leg up on podcasts, and that streams have the jar. Streams have the fucking jar,
All right.
which is
Ben,
a miracle.
Consider this.
Digi turned off the jar because he thought it looked
Why?
bad, and I'm just like, you're doing
Wait,
everything.
he thought what?
He thought the aesthetic of the jar looked bad, and I'm like, you're missing the point.
Here's a thing I don't understand. I see, like, every now and then I pop on Twitch, and, like, I'm following maybe, like, I'm following a bunch of, like, artists and stuff that I just followed in a whim. Like, hey, this person looks alright, I'll follow him. Maybe I'll check out a stream once in a while. And everyone's got the jar, and like tiny in a corner that you can barely
It has
see
to be
it. And
big.
it's just,
It has to.
it looks like a little tip jar. Like my streams, like I said, like my screen does not fill up my Twitch stream generally, so I'll usually have like a big black space on the sides. So I use that black space that's there anyway, and I put the giant fucking jar there, and it's so fucking cool because people will like pour in like 1 cent bits. They'll fill up the jar with 1 cent bits, and then someone will subscribe, and it's like an event. Like the stream, like everyone is like focused. It's like an event when someone drops like a sub or like a 1,000 bit bit piece in there, and it all just like crashes into it and sends it all like spewing out because it's like squirting it out because of how heavy it is, just squishing it down and sending it all flying. It's a treat, man.
What if you made like a
it's gotta be
stream
big.
which was like the Goblet of Fire from Harry Potter, but it was just the jar in the middle of the screen with like some like a pedestal.
Wait,
and people would put their name into the jar of fire.
I've got it. I
be
just
the
had
cool guy.
You've given me a wonderful idea because I have been pushing for. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers on twitch.tv/Saint.
1,000 subscribers.
Or not followers.
I was gonna say, holy shit, dude, you're loaded as fuck.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of money. That'd be a lot of money.
It'd be like
I'm almost
$5
at
grand a
1,000
month
followers.
easy.
And I've been well, Twitch takes a cut, but whatever. So they would be, and I've said like when I hit 1,000, I'm gonna do a 24-hour stream to celebrate. And I don't know what I'm gonna do on it. I thought it'd be funny if I did like a 24-hour Maple Story stream, or like I did a really long stream of Hollow Knight, and I've got lots of Hollow Knight. Maybe I could do 24 hours of Hollow Knight, and I haven't decided. I don't exactly know it. But what if I just did a 24-hour jar stream where it's just the jar, and we just watch the jar and comment on the various comings and goings that occur in the jar?
Case in point that podcasts are objectively superior to streams.
No.
Find me one fucking person who prefers RCK streams to the episodes. One person. Anyone.
Well,
leave a comment.
Well, it's
Literally
just because-
one person.
You know what? I'll bet there will be. I'll bet there's actually plenty. I mean, we don't get as many views on the streams.
All the feedback
It's funny,
I've
like
ever heard.
thousands of people watch the RFCK videos, but like 50 to like 70 tops show up to watch the streams, and I don't know if it's just like a timing thing. Like it just seems like viewer numbers, like the numbers are just lower on Twitch across the board, and that's like,
I mean,
part of it.
the obvious advantage of a video rather than a live broadcast is that you can watch it at your leisure. You can pause it. You can come back to it. That's why
I mean,
people
you can
end
watch
up
the
watching
the Twitch
thing.
VODs
No
at
one
your
does
leisure
that.
too. Like they're
I
all
don't know why
saved.
you put no one does that.
I know no one does it, but like you can do it just as easily. Just like the site isn't set up to like funnel people into doing that. The site is set up to get people to watch people live, and like the archive videos are sort of an afterthought that's there, but like Twitch doesn't want to acknowledge them.
The only feedback we ever get on streams is either "Wow, pretty good for a stream" or "Wow, wish you would record more episodes." Those are like the feedback we get for like the streams themselves.
I mean, yeah. Nobody ever says that on a stream. Nobody ever says, "Wow, wish you would record more episodes." People are there. There's not as many of them, but they're super engaged and they're fucking like interacting with like the community. Like, yeah, it's. I mean, it's got its own thing. Like, we couldn't RFCK as it exists now would not exist if there were no streams. So there.
I guess okay. We review the contests on stream. That's pretty connected. But like and you know, we talk about the game on stream. But like I don't think that's really anyone's major source of like a gaming news or anything based on In the Swore. I don't think that's anyone's like main way to interact with the Discord server. I don't think we would have to find a new way to review the contests and you know like spotlight slam times. But yeah. I don't think that would like if streams were to just like disappear, like Thanos snapped. I don't think there would be like maybe there might be a handful of people who drop off, you know, the bandwagon. But I think it would continue chugging along just as fine as it did before. I don't think there's a lot of people with huge stakes.
It wouldn't like die. It wouldn't like die without. I'm not saying that it would die without the
Oh my
streams.
god, it's Christmas. I forgot. I was going to talk about Christmas. In a few days, it will be Christmas Day.
I think that I love Christmas.
You'll be watching
long.
this after Christmas Day.
You don't get to do this. You don't get to just cut in here and in the stream conversation.
I'm actually done. I'm actually very grateful.
You guys have
this
talked about
interruption.
Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killers a lot.
No.
Yeah, we have.
No.
Yeah, the thing that you said before was not true when you said it, Munchie, but it has become true.
No. This is not an RFCK thing. This is not like an RFCK like specific problem. I just hate streams. I think they're meandering. I think they're all bad. And I hate them. I don't know how you can possibly say that podcasts are just as bad when, like, overwhelmingly podcasts are shorter and they are, besides ours, usually edited and usually more entertaining. I don't know. Podcasts are great.
Who edits the podcasts?
What do you mean? What do you mean by this?
Why would you edit a game? Why would you edit a podcast?
Game. There's always someone not paying attention. It's just reading chat. Chats are a fucking curse. I hate the chats on streams.
That's not. I'm asking why do people edit podcasts? Isn't the point of podcasts that
to make the audio look or sound all right?
No, not like oh my fucking god. They edit it so they can edit out topics that weren't that interesting.
Imagine how much better the PCP would be if we did that.
There would be no PCP if we did that. There wouldn't be any videos.
The problem with that specifically is that we're a rotating cast and everybody will have different things to say, and a lot of the time running jokes go from topic to topic. So like cutting out a topic is not as easy as it would be on a two-person show.
Well, I'm not
which
trying
is
to advocate.
why
I'm not trying to advocate. My point is not to get the PCP to edit the podcast. That's not what I meant. I'm just saying there's almost universally more effort put in.
Well, I love podcasts, but I think streams are cool. I don't know what you're talking about.
Streams are just boring. They're always boring and meandering. There's never. I want to talk
about Christmas now.
Fine.
And how much I hate it. And how much I think I like Christmas until it happens, and then we get close to Christmas, and I'm like, "Ooh, yeah, lights, snow. I like the aesthetic." And then actual Christmas
and then it comes for your wallet, and you're like, "This is the worst."
And it's like tomorrow, and I'm like, "Oh god, damn it, fuck! I don't want to fucking go. Like, don't make me go. Don't make me go, Jesus. Why did you do this to me?"
Listen, I don't want Christmas. To be that guy who's like, oh, fuck my family, it's so annoying hanging out with them. I like my family, but I just want to say, what we all know is the case. If we didn't have family obligations, we would never hang out with our family on Christmas. Never.
Agreed. Agreed.
Of course.
No, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
But like that's because
Your family sounds
I have
good,
it pretty
Hippo.
good. It is.
You got a
very good,
programming
and-
brother and a cool dad. That's what I know about
Yeah.
your family.
The one good thing that's gonna happen this Christmas is that my mom is gonna trade me her shiny Swablu. I'm gonna have a lucky shiny Swablu. I'm gonna evolve it into Altaria, and I've decided. I thought long and hard. I considered many names for a shiny Altaria, and I almost went with Dawn, but I think I'm gonna go with Glory. I'm gonna call it Glory. It's gonna be the coolest thing ever. And that's it. That's my.
I'm gonna call my one Pearly Gates.
I like my
Mine is
family. Don't get me
still
wrong, Hippo.
Swablu.
I'm not
Call
saying
him
this is like a
Nugget.
like. I'm so annoyed
I've
by my
seen
family that
Nugget.
I have to spend time with them. Like, oh, Mom, I just want to play my Nintendo Switch. This is the reason why Halloween is great. Is because it's a holiday, which is fun in and of itself. It's fun to be festive every once in a while, and you can hang. There's no, you're not gonna go to your fucking parents for Halloween. It's not that type of holiday. You can just hang out with your friends and eat black eyes while watching an I Am Game stream or being on an I Am Game stream. That's all you have to do on Halloween.
What's a black eye?
What we were fed by Digi in May. It's a meatball with olive on it.
Oh, those were weird.
But for Christmas, I don't mind going over to my family's, have Christmas Day, open presents or whatever. But I really just want to. What I want to do is I just want to hang out with Ben and Tom at Digi's house while Digi's not there, and just make a muck out of the place. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun to be with old people. It'll be nice to catch up. But like, that's not what I'm about. That's not what I want to do on the Lord's Day.
Well, I think part of that might be because you also have Thanksgiving, which is exactly the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
And that's kind of close by. We don't have that, so like this is the family time of the year. So like I look forward to that.
I
That's an
already
interesting
did. I
point.
already did. I
never
already
really
did
considered that.
Thanksgiving a month ago. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it.
I wanna state my opinion as to why I like Christmas.
Do it up.
Dangerous game there.
I'm gonna complain about something.
Well, you can
but go
complain
on
later.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I like Christmas a lot because I am not a fan of winter. Snow is
Agreed.
aesthetically pleasing, but there's not a lot of snow in the UK. Regardless, it's damp, it's dark, it's cold, it's windy. It's not
I
my
like all
kind of
those things.
season, and it's absolutely dreary and sad. And when Christmas comes around, everyone decorates with shiny bright lights, and then there's happy holiday music playing. As annoying and obnoxious as it is, I can't say I hate it. And it's just like the whole place, everywhere I go, it's all just like bright and shiny and happy and all lit up,
Yes.
and everyone's in the mood, and it's just
I like how Christmas looks. I like being outside on Christmas. I like that whole part of it.
And
100%.
what always hits me though is like straight after the New Year's, at least in Lithuania and I guess in the UK as well. Straight after New Year's, like all the festivities end, everyone takes down their decorations and they back to the mundane. And then I realize how absolutely sad and quiet and dreary the rest of the winter is, because like nothing of importance or significance or festive happens up until like, I don't know, spring. And I mean, and
You got
nothing,
Valentine's Day.
That's-
Everybody loves Valentine's Day.
To heck with Valentine's Day. But it's still in all. I guess it's February, so that's not spring. But it's still like a whole month of nothing, except for sadness and sogginess, and it's just really sad. And I miss Christmas during that month.
See, Mage, the interesting thing that is like you're missing the American perspective, right? Because in America, what happens is that there's nothing like that. We've all realized that this is a problem, and we did what we always do to solve problems in America, which is throw consumerism at it. So in America, as soon as Halloween's over, it's instantly Christmas the next day until Christmas, and then once Christmas is over,
Yeah,
it's
but-
instantly
it's
Valentine's
But
Day.
the post Christmas time is still a doldrum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
we
was
have
talking
Christmas
about
as
post
soon as
Christmas.
But like
we also have like the Halloween Christmas
We
like
also have
overlap.
New
Yeah.
Year's.
I don't mind. I think it's funny.
I don't mind winter. I don't mind the cold that much.
Oh, I hate
most
it.
of the time.
It's the worst.
I love it. It makes me really happy.
I'm down with it being cold.
Oh God, never.
75% of the time.
If you want to know my exact unaltered raw opinions on winter, turn on the Scott Pilgrim the Game track Another Winter, and that's exactly how I feel every single moment I'm out in the cold.
Ugh.
Which is to say, it's astounding, and I love it.
God.
Oh,
I wish being in New England, I wish I could be you, because every time it's not.
Tom, I'm fucking like 3 miles from you right now.
That's why I said, because I'm also in New England, I wish I could be you.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to be on your wavelength. We're trapped in the same hellscape together now.
Tom,
Guys.
you and me are just some fucking brown hairs.
Yeah. Oh, Ben,
we're-
I'm so
we're
glad
just
you've adopted
useless.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, you're
Guys,
such a
guys.
fucking
Useless
brown hair. Jesus
brown-haired
Christ.
white people. We can't deal with it.
Guys,
Yes.
Yeah.
do you like smell like
Bad,
seasons?
yes.
I smell seasons. I like the smell of winter.
seasons.
No, I don't.
I don't go
I
outside
can smell
enough
the
to smell
weather.
seasons.
Like you go outside and after it's rained, it has this very specific smell.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's like a little bit different. I can like seasons have their own specific smells. Like I go outside and I can smell winter, and it's like this crisp, fresh air, and it's so good.
Well, I don't smell that, but I do feel that. Like I can feel it on my skin. Like yes,
I think I know what
that's
you're
like
talking
sharp,
about.
but not quite sharp enough to cut me and draw blood.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I have a terrible
I
sense of
think there's
smell,
a-
and my nose is constantly plugged up, and my life is terrible. If you ever want
I'm
to know
sorry,
why I have a
Tony.
high-pitched voice, it's not because I'm naturally gay, though that does play into it. It's just that my nose is constantly stuffed, and that's the reason why Munchie sounds like Munchie.
Hey guys, welcome to the Pro Crastinators podcast. Today we have Mage,
Hello.
we got Tom,
Gay.
we got Munchie and Ben together.
Yep, we're together.
Anyway, so
We're-
that
we are an
album
item.
I'm creating should be out any day now. So just look forward for the Munchie the Munchie solo album. Any fucking moment here. Like tomorrow, you're gonna bring out the nice fucking Munchie jams. You're gonna play it in your car, in your carpool, and you're gonna sing along karaoke style. It's gonna be a karaoke version of all the tracks in case you want to sing along. It'll be great. So just look forward to that. That is definitely coming tomorrow from when this is released. The Munchie album, munchie.bandcamp.com. Check it out, and I'd appreciate it if you share this with all your friends. And listen, if something goes awry, all the files are deleted on my computer, please, take this as a betrayal, take this as a disappointment, because I am promising you that tomorrow there will be a Munchie album, at least one track. So please, just delete me off the face of this. Kick me from the PCP. Let me join. Let me start a scorned trilogy of outlaws and outcasts. That is the band from the PCP members. And
This is going really
cast me
long.
aside.
I'm bored. Should we just go to questions? It's been like 2 hours.
Wait, I have a really important announcement that everyone is relevant to absolutely everyone.
I'm
all the
gonna
time,
hold you to this.
Is that I'm quitting keto for Christmas.
Oh,
I ate croissants today.
Croissants. You
I'm getting
sold
carbs.
your soul for
Fucking-
croissants.
I'm getting they had chocolate in them. They had chocolate.
That
in them.
makes it better.
So you see,
You might think that me, the ultimate human core artisan that I am, the ultimate anti-keto, anti-utilitarian food choices, might applaud you and be like, wow, I'm so happy for you. But no, I'm just disgusted that you do this perverse, degenerative lifestyle and then don't even stick to it. You haven't even just fully
It's
converted to being a
Christmas.
terrible
For like
person.
two- for like
You're
2
now just
days.
so loosey-goosey.
what am I gonna show up to family Christmas and be like, no, I can't eat fucking eggnog because it's got sugar in it.
Yeah.
You have a fucking
Did I tell you about my
That's
metabolism?
what the
You got a fucking
vegans would
spine,
do.
you would.
What does eggnog
Yeah.
taste like, I wonder?
Oh, I love eggnog.
What is-
You don't
Yeah, we
know
don't-
eggnog?
no.
I
We don't
love
have eggnog over here. We don't.
It's-
What I understand is that you put an egg in a nog and you drink
What's
it.
a nog?
Here's the thing. I've
don't know what a nog
never
is.
had like homemade eggnog, or if I have, I don't remember it. I just you can buy it in like hood fucking like quart
In the hood.
In the hood.
Yeah, you can buy it in you can buy it in like quarts in the supermarket, and it's fucking great. Man,
you know,
yeah,
I love
okay.
apple cider. I'm doing what Ben says he hates, and that's talking about food, even though he brought it up initially.
Look, man, the status of my metabolism is everybody's business.
But mine.
Ben just
Yeah.
comes up here with his sunglasses on and his dick out and his collar popped, saying, "Hey guys, did you know that I'm abandoning my ideals? Just thought you should know. Get sucking." And he expects us to just get on all fours and just beg for it. But I'm not gonna do it, Ben. I'm gonna say you either die a hero, live long enough to see yourself stop keto. And that's what you're doing. This is a slippery slope, and you're about to abandon all that you care for just to get a fucking croissant.
He already did. He had the croissant. They were delicious.
Yeah,
the end.
it's
Not only
It's
that,
it's
done.
Munchie,
Yeah, it's
he-
over.
It's
if
done.
you recall, he already abandoned keto on Halloween when he had the pizza.
Yeah.
So this isn't like a
He-
new
I ate
development.
so many Airheads on Halloween.
He abandoned keto
10 out
yesterday.
of
He
10.
had some sugar lips.
I ate like one fucking Starburst.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
some
speaking of
artisan
candy-
some artisan candy you handed
Guys,
me.
speaking of candy, at one point, like in Asda store, like they were stocking like those huge actual marshmallows that you like put on a stick and over a fireplace, and I bought them and they were delicious, and they don't sell them anymore. And I was like, this was my one chance, and thankfully I took this chance and I had those marshmallows,
Wait.
and they were great.
How big are we talking?
Really big, like I don't know, like
Tennis ball?
I guess. Somewhat.
Whoa.
Like a tennis? Huh. Okay.
These are huge. The hugest mallows.
You say that really? Say that again. Say that again.
Huge?
No,
Oh,
I don't-
didn't have the magic.
It was
you were
Okay.
exhaling at the time.
It was once in a lifetime. It's one. We've got to move on.
Yeah, you cut it on tape though, so you can
it's true. We can relive
Yeah.
that at our leisure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we doing
As
questions? Are we doing
always-
voicemails? Voicemail time?
Yeah, it's voicemail
Um,
Yeah.
time right now.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of being a shit person, we've got some fucking asshole doing something terrible. He's trying to make his cat vegan. Let's listen to
No.
this.
I call to get your input on a grave moral quandary. You see, I'm shifting into veganism because I feel uncomfortable making the moral distinction between animals we keep as pets and those who are born into factory farms.
Loser, eat
I might
dogs.
say that I
Eat
love
dogs.
animals, but among the animals that I love is the house cat, an obligate carnivore whose nutritional needs are only supplemented by animal products. Additionally, according to the 10 seconds of research I've put into this subject, most commercially available vegan cat foods do a horrible job of fulfilling their dietary needs and are very unhealthy and harmful for the cat. In 100 years, when the revolutionaries overthrow the meat industry and the world is tossed into utter vegan chaos, we'll probably create an appropriate substitute. But for now, I'm reminded of the vilification of goblins as a race that can only
How long
reproduce
is
by
this
raping
voicemail?
human females, making them an objectively evil force. And I'm forced to grapple with the question, do I deny my convictions
All right.
and therefore justify any act that goes against my moral convictions, including murder? Or do I embrace my
Next,
utilitarian duty
please.
and strangle my sister's cat for the greater good?
All right.
Here's the deal:
if-
animals can't be vegan.
Strangle
you
your
have
cat.
To, you ha-
Strangle
you
your
have
Do
to
not
Strangle the
strangle the
cat.
cat. No.
If
Put
your
it in a
cat,
bag,
if
throw
you
it over
need,
the
if you
bridge.
have a pet, if you own a pet and it needs to eat human flesh, and you're not okay with giving it human flesh, then you shouldn't have that pet. Don't kill it, obviously. Just give it to someone else.
Wait, who said it needs to eat human flesh?
Well, I'm just making a metaphor comparison. Like other people can relate to the idea of not feeding their pet human flesh if it needs that.
Here's the fucking deal, dude. Cats, again, as you said, are carnivores. You cannot get them fucking some kitschy, quirky vegan cat food that will kill them and fuck them up. Don't do it, you absolute idiot. So the only choices are to get rid of that cat through either murder or
No.
through trading, bartering,
But
or to just
Munchie,
kill yourself, which is preferable.
if you own a cat and you feed it meat, you are contributing to the meat industry.
That's what he's saying.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
he has to choose
I think-
between his
I think
ideals and his cat.
He's really struck on something important here.
Give the cats
he's really
to a
on
good, loving home that they won't.
That will actually care about them.
Yeah, exactly.
or just put it outside and close
But
the
here's
door
the-
and don't.
but here's
the
thing,
It
if
ever
you-
can.
If you
I'll
give
put you
the
outside
cat,
and close the door.
if you give the cat to
It'll be
somebody else,
fine.
you're also contributing to the meat industry because you're enabling the sales of meat products to continue.
Well, why don't you just shoot everybody in the fucking
That's what I'm
skull
saying.
if they
Vegans
if
need
they
to just
eat a
kill
ham
everybody or kill
sandwich?
themselves.
Stop
I
thinking
think-
about it. This just.
But if you own the cat, you're and you don't want to help the meat industry, you are being complicit by your cat ownership in
All right.
perpetuating.
This wasn't even
Alright.
a real
Cat.
question. Why are we giving it an answer? This guy was obviously trolling all of
No.
us, and we're following.
Okay,
the
okay,
Lord
okay.
Might be a
blind
real
fingers.
I think
Here's
it's a
the
real.
deal.
I think it's a real.
I have
I
more.
doubt it.
issue.
Well,
I
the-
foolishly
the
have more
murder's
faith in
obviously
our
have a
audience
role.
than that.
Okay, I don't know. Like, all I'm trying to say
He
is
made a Goblin
Don't-
Slayer
don't
don't
comparison.
Google vegan cat food and give it to your cat because that's
Oh
a
my
bad
God.
idea and don't do it. And also,
I think the takeaway here that I believe is probably true is that if you don't believe in the meat industry and you're not willing to support it, I don't think you can own a cat.
Yeah.
'Cause you have
I mean,
you have to
that
buy
seems
unless
obvious.
you're gonna like be catching mice for it or whatever and feeding it to yourself. Unless you're gonna do like grassroots cat.
But that's
feeding
like that
or
seems
Well,
like
let's
even
start
worse.
with-
Or just let it be an outdoor cat and hunt for itself. Cats do that.
True.
yeah, that's true. Hey,
Yeah, just invite rats into your house. That'll
what
be
I
the first thing to
understand
do.
is that one of the reasons, I don't think this is probably not the only reason, but one of the reasons he stated for being a vegan is that he doesn't like that there's no difference between the animals that are like house pets and the ones that are being killed en masse. And I don't know, I guess I don't understand like why that's weird. Some animals we just like more. Like, I don't think humans like cows that much. We think they're
I
cute.
think the
It's-
we like
compare-
dogs way more.
Pigs
so I don't
are
know.
smarter than dogs.
Well, the compare.
But
Generally,
we kill pigs and we don't kill dogs.
the biggest problem I have with this line of thinking is the idea that animals are a group that have anything to do with one another. Like,
Yeah.
we group them together as animals for convenience, and we invented that group. To say that all animals deserve rights is like, or like all animals deserve the same treatment is like saying all things. Like, you
Yeah,
could extrapolate it
it's-
further and further to other things. Some people actually do it to like plants as well, and then they die instantly because there's nothing they can eat.
Right.
Did you know
I
that
mean, that
mushrooms
is
are
the problem.
closer to meat than plants?
I heard that.
Interesting.
Is that must be why they're so delicious?
I
All,
like
all I'm
mushrooms.
saying, okay, listen, I'm very
do or you
pro
don't?
animal.
I do.
I'm on
Good.
Tate being pro animal. However, I don't think it'd be that weird if you ate a dog. I mean, you know, people.
No, I would eat a dog.
Yeah.
If you offered me some dog, I would eat it.
Let us.
If that's why is that weird, Mage? I'm not trying to be edgy here. Why is that? Why is that frowned
I
upon?
know. It's kind of like I know when you think about it, it's a bit of a double standard. Yada yada. I don't know. I don't like thinking about eating dogs though. It's like
It's
I once saw like a show that like I think it's like an extreme factor, and like all you had to do was like eat an egg, but then the egg was an unborn little baby duck or something, and it's a delicacy somewhere, and I couldn't
Yeah.
stomach it. It's just
Well,
But-
The like I said it before. Like pigs are smarter than dogs, and they're like more fucking emotional and like intellectual and are just like cerebrally better and more complete as beings than dogs are. But because they're ugly, you know, we think it's gross to kill a dog and eat it, but we fucking
Well,
have a
and
whole
also
industry
dogs are
devoted
more
to
I
useful.
doing
think,
that
I think it's just
to
because
pigs. It's not fair. It's bullshit.
it is not fair. I support
I-
treating animals well before, like even
Sure.
those the
I mean,
I think we
free
can all
range
do
and
that.
stuff. It's
Yeah.
good.
the reason dogs are like weird to eat, generally, is because for millennia they were useful for us for like hunting and being like a friendly associate to help to do stuff around
it's like
our
eating your
tribal
gun.
camps.
It's like, why are you eating your gun?
It's,
dude?
yeah, it's like
helping you.
eating your gun, and they don't have a lot of meat on them, and they're more lean. And it's like, why would you eat that when you can have this big fat fuck who's full of meat? It just makes so much more sense to eat that guy.
Well,
and
we
so
bred
we do that
we bred
because
them
it's
to be
sensible.
that way. We bred pigs and cows to be
Well, yes,
fat
we-
and meaty and delicious, and we bred dogs to be, you know,
Subservient,
useful,
yeah.
No,
or
yeah, I mean,
cute
they-
or whatever.
Wolves started off pretty useful in terms of like running around and stuff, but like
This
we
again,
did all
like,
that stuff
Diddy Bro
because it
talking
was
out
like
our ass
handy and like
levels.
efficient for everyone. And then as soon as we like didn't need to survive, we started thinking like, you know, like things were set in their ways. Dogs were now things that were our friends, and pigs and cows we eat. But now that we don't need to survive, we don't think about like the efficiency and we're too emotional because we can afford to be emotional. We can afford to not live a meat-eating lifestyle, even though in the past that we would probably just starve to death.
That's true.
All I'm saying is, I eat pig. I don't care. dogs and cats, dumber than pigs, QED. If I would eat a dog or a cat because I would be a hypocrite not to.
Here's my deal. It's unfortunate that we are being so mean to these animals. Factory farming is mean. But as a human, I can eat meat. My ancestors ate meat. It's pretty human core to eat meat. And if there's one thing I care about most in this world, it's about being a human. So if you want me to stop being a human, I'll kill you. So don't ever bring me this vegan shit ever again in my fucking face. If you want me to stop eating meat and roasting it over a fire, kill yourself.
Humans don't need meat. They can get by without it.
Sure, they can.
They can be fine.
Would you say it's not human core? Go out and hunt a big wildebeest? Are you saying that's not human core?
That's pretty human core.
Okay,
it's pretty human. But there's probably lots of ways to be human core. Like raising a cornfield and plowing it with your domesticated oxen
Munchie,
and making millet out of it is pretty human core also.
To play devil's advocate, Munchie, what's more human core than going out of your way to specifically not eat something you could? What other species does that but a human? You would say being vegan is the most human core thing you can be.
That's fair. All I'm saying, this discussion ties right back in to my two essential factors of being a human. It's you have to eat bread and own a dog, and you know what?
Terrible. the two worst decisions you could make in your entire life.
Agreed.
If you don't have those, then you're not a human. And if you eat your dog, you'll still be a human. But you know what? You should have owned it instead. And that's my feelings. We're gonna play the next one. Now, this guy is a little bit hard to understand, but just brace yourself.
Attention! Alright, guys. You know what you should do? You should ask us the fans which topics are our favorites, and maybe once or twice a year you should do an episode where you just talk about that, a continuation of that. For example, I just love you guys rambling about how your fitness life is going, what diet you're taking, how I can improve my life. For example, I love that fucking Nate recipe for the cereal. Sometimes I do that and I love it. I just love hearing fitness shit from you guys. I also really enjoy listening to you guys talking about video game experiences that you had and stuff like that. So yeah, just do a continuation of some things. We love them, guys. Want to hear more? Oh, we'll be the best. Oh, please do that. I will love you forever.
Is this ironic? I can't tell.
No, I assume it isn't. Because people do like things. I feel like this is something we could try and implement, which is not necessarily having a hardline topic of discussion, but to have like little corners, like in Hello Internet, like a regular reoccurring thing that they can bring up. We can bring up every so often, relating to a specific topic, such as fitness. Like Ben, you just do it anyway. You bring up keto a lot. But like, if people like that, it could be like,
that's what I do now.
This will be like, oh, it's the food hour, like not the hour, but like the food corner.
Oh, like segments, moment. Like we play little jingles at the beginning of our segments.
Yeah, like doodling. It's the time to talk about fitness. Why don't we do that?
Why don't we do that? Why don't I have that queued up? Why don't I have a little keto jingle that I play when I fucking mention keto? I can't believe I'm so fucking dumb that I haven't done that already.
I can't believe either that you have never thought about having segments like Ben. How
we've
never
mentioned it before. It's just that there's nothing
like
we talk about consistently about.
It is your only experience with podcasts. This podcast that you record.
No.
Okay. Well.
But not every. In fact, most podcasts I listen to don't have segments.
Most of the podcasts I listen to have segments, so it seems weird to have someone not be familiar with the idea.
I mean, I am familiar with the idea, as I think should be clear.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that could be pretty cool.
Something
we should probably start. Maybe we should run like a poll. Maybe we should. I don't know. Have like.
What is your favorite procrastinator recurring topic?
Or I don't know. I don't like asking
if we ask for that right
people
now.
Are just gonna say
the number one result would be Munchie going to college. I guarantee you, for the meme.
Well, nobody
I
actually
think nobody.
likes that.
I think people are against.
That would be terrible.
People hate hearing about
Yeah.
that. Or no, maybe that's just us that hate talking.
I
about
hate
it.
talking about it. I hate that
no,
I just brought it
people-
up
I
right
also
now.
hate talking about it.
People tell me
People
that they
people
hate
would
that.
ask for commenter rules 3 is what
We've had people
said
already
if they
ask for
wanted.
that.
Okay, let's do that
Yeah.
again so I can completely not have the same opinion that I did last time. Because I completely disagree with how I thought before.
I mean, I think that would be interesting now that the dust is settled.
I don't think I have anything else to say about it. I think 2 is stretching it.
2 was stretching.
I think the problem with 2 is that commenter rules. I talked to Digi about this at one point. I said commenter rules 1. No, I think it was Munchie. I said this. Commenter rules 1 was ironic and funny, and we were having a good joke about it. We're kind of serious, but not really. Taha, hee hee. This is funny. Commenter rules 2. Everyone was angry, and we were being legit about it. And I was very confused being on that episode because I thought it was gonna be more taha, hee hee, but it was not. It was very much commenter rules 2 was we're drawing the lines in the sand. And I was like, I thought we were supposed to.
What people really want?
What do they want?
Monsters 4.
Oh shit!
Monsters 4, baby! Sign me the fuck up. That's a segment. We gotta have the Monsters 4 segment. From now on, every episode
Monsters
will have
forever.
the Monsters 4 segment.
Monsters
To have its own jingle.
forever.
We gotta
Confirmed.
get Sixton to make a little jingle for it or something.
We could have a whole jingle episode where we have so many different jingles and topic things. We could have the 60-second dream time where Mage has to say her dream within 60 seconds.
You
with
have
a timer.
you have 60 seconds every episode to talk your dreams, and you have to cram it into 60 seconds. We cut you off. We ring the buzzer, and if you don't cram it, in, we boot you off the episode.
Hey,
Sounds
everyone.
fun.
It's like a death race.
I haven't been on the last couple episodes. Is there a overarching voicemail story arc of some guy gonna hit on a girl and he's asking for advice? Something is that something that
That
you guys
happened
are aware of?
There
while
were a few
back.
by one guy.
I mean, one spar.
I wasn't
one
on the
spar
last episode, so I don't know if that
had a weekly thing
continued.
going for a while.
Okay, well this is
No, but there was a guy. There was a guy asking about advice about how to hit on a girl, or he really wanted to date this girl, and I think he called back because I was on the episode that he called in first, and I think he called into a later episode, but I wasn't on it, so I don't know.
Well,
but I think that was a
here's
thing.
the thrilling finale.
Oh.
Yo, what up, dogs? I'm just being cool here. Okay, so I asked out
Yeah,
that girl,
I'm just
and
being
you guys
cool.
gave me some advice, and it was pretty good. I'm just being cool here. And I was, I asked her, I was like, hey, you want to do the whole boyfriend-girlfriend thing? Just being cool? And she said, no! Sorry, guys, you don't get any money, but okay, thanks. I'm just being cool.
Hey, hey, man.
He's just being cool.
Yeah, I can't even be mad because he was being pretty cool about it. The part of being cool is learning to accept rejection, man. And that's the coolness lesson for today. Brought to you by the Pro Crastinators podcast. Patreon.com/the Pro Crastinators podcast, where you can learn all about how to be cool.
It's
I
just
know.
for
Take it away,
procrastinators.
Munchie.
It's really funny to imagine the idea of him doing I'm just trying to be cool. I'm just being cool. Actually saying that.
Cool.
And
Hey,
it's
I'm
like,
just
hey,
being
dude,
cool,
what do you
man.
think about the girlfriend boyfriend thing? I'm just being cool. and if she actually reacted to him actually literally saying that,
Guys,
that would be very funny.
should I take 2 minutes out of my life tonight and make because I made that Teespring site. Should I just make an "I'm just being cool" shirt?
Yeah.
We can't. No, a fan made that. We can't sell it. We can't sell their
everything
hard
that's
work.
submitted to this podcast is our property.
A fan did not make up "I'm just being cool." Jesse was riffing on it. It was a Jesse riff.
Oh, did he? Okay, then yeah.
We spun it out of a call.
Well, then do
That's
it.
a PCP. That's a PCP IP. All right. Well, I should do
All
that.
right. The next one.
Fucking click the link in the description and buy a fucking "I'm just being cool" shirt.
The next voicemail is a call out post for Tom. So get ready to be viciously attacked.
All right, juicy.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Whoa.
Are we gonna get copyright striked?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. PCP, this is me, Ranger T, and I'm here to cut a promo that's been coming for a long time, brother. Because let me tell you, Mean Gene, I'm the next #1 fan and defender of the character of Tommy Oliver from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Jack. And it's recently come to my attention, dude, that one of your members not only runs a channel under the name of Tommy Oliver, but it's his legal name, brother. And he's not even a Power Ranger fan creator, Mean Gene. Tom! If you are listening to this is your one and only warning, brother. You need to delete that channel and legally change your name, dude, or start making some Power Ranger videos, man. I'm gonna body slam you and put you in a lock so hard your freaking head will pop off, dude, and then I'll spear you through a table, brother. I mean serious business here, Mean Gene. I've already taken one YouTuber down, brother, so I'll do it again.
Which
man.
one?
You got 1 month to get your act together, Jack.
That's a lot of time.
The gauntlet's been
I mean,
thrown down.
that was definitely a challenge, but like I gotta say, first of all, thank you for the gracious window of opportunity. You know, most people would go with like a 24
am I
hours.
crazy, or did you make a Power Rangers video at some point?
I did do like a half-ass Halloween episode where I was reviewing the Power Rangers Halloween episode, which was just a rapping pumpkin guy, which was funny. So I guess technically I have made Power Rangers content, and I do already win the bet or win the challenge beforehand.
You've gone away from your power tuber roots.
Yeah.
You've won. You've already won. The only question is Tommy Oliver, a.k.a. Macho Man Randy Savage, a.k.a. the Green Ranger, going to kick your ass anyway? That's the only question left.
I guess so. I have to wait an entire month now to find out. I don't even have to like do anything. It's already happened.
Yeah, the gears have been set in motion.
Yeah, so
it's time to watch him back, lean back and watch.
That was the
more.
easiest challenge I've ever participated in. I just been like,
but by the way,
subtly
Tom,
done.
This is unrelated, but it factors into you. Yesterday, when me, Ben, and Kazi were all hanging out in Boston, Kazi brought up a very interesting thing that you do on Instagram, which me and Ben laughed really hard at.
Wait, what did
I never knew about. I didn't even know you were on Instagram.
I am on Instagram
because I don't use it.
Yeah.
We really enjoy the, hey, what's up, guys? Just got back from the gym, ready for another Q&A sesh. Just, post your comments here. And we are just fucking ready.
Okay. Kazi made it sound like to hear her tell it, like, every day you go to the gym.
Whoa.
And then you get home from the gym and you pop on Instagram and say, "Sup guys, just home from the gym. Time for a little Q&A."
Well, that is literally only. I mean, I only do the Q&As on Fridays. That's why it's called Q&A Friday. And I've only ever done it back from the gym that one day. So I mean, if by every day you mean one day, the day that happened to be brought up, then yes, I do it every day.
You see, Tom, it was hard to believe. So we had her pull up one, and like the very first video we saw on your Instagram story is you saying, I just got back from the gym, guys. Just ready for that Q&A.
It's time for a little Q&A.
I really like that.
I don't know. It just left me scratching my head. Like, what is it? Wait, how many questions are there? Then he goes to the gym and then does a Q&A every day.
Oh God, I wish I had the self-confidence to think I was worth having a Q&A every day. I'd probably be so much further in life if I cared about myself that much.
I thought it was some sort of like marketing, the community management thing where every day after the gym you're just so pumped up. You're like, yeah, I just can't wait to answer some questions. Like you're on the treadmill and you're just going faster and faster. Like I gotta get home so I can read my fucking Q&A question.
I like this fictional facsimile of me that exists now, and I want to become closer to it. You've given me a goal to aspire to.
It's legendary. Link in the description to Tom's gym Q&A. All right, okay. So we were talking a lot about Discord wars, and I have no idea what the genesis of these Discord wars were, but there were a lot of voicemails, so I picked two here for you to some both sides of a ongoing war. So this is by Keyblade.
How do you do? I'm here as a representative of the Market How Do fan Discord. I've been hearing a lot about this PCP Discord war that's brewing, and I'm here as the Market Mod to officially declare our neutrality in this conflict.
Alright, I agree.
Remember, ask not what the markets can do for you,
well,
what you can do to market yourself.
Alright.
That is all.
The whole problem with Market How Do being a part of this is that Market How Do is not technically a PCP product, right? Because I do it with my friend Matt, who has nothing to do with the PCP. So it's PCP adjacent.
But I mean, you're on it, and you're on the PCP. So
does
it's PCP? It's PCP adjacent.
Yeah, no, it's totally PCP adjacent, but it's not PCP itself.
Is arm retrieval PCP adjacent, or is it a PCP spinoff? Is it a PCP? Is it a PC property?
Ooh, that's a good term. Copyright.
That's a good question. I guess I wouldn't consider it one because it doesn't.
I would call it's adjacent, but it's about as adjacent as you can possibly fucking get.
Yeah.
Without being incorporated.
It's like arm retrieval is like on the level of adjacency of like the give and take streams. I don't think that's really a PCP thing, but it is.
Arm retrieval's not PCP adjacent. It's like a PCP spin-off. It's like it's evolved as a result of it, whereas Market How Do was an entirely separately conceived endeavor.
Market How Do is it's like a totally separate thing that just sort of got entangled. It was caught in the orbit.
Yeah. While they're not a huge section of the viewer base, there is a considerable amount of people on the arm retrieval fandom who are not like PCP heads, and they just are Homestuckers, and
I guess
they
that
have
makes
just
sense.
found it through
I'm
liking
jealous.
Homestuck. Yeah, real jealous.
Yeah,
that's what you gotta do.
Well, about this Discord war. I hadn't heard about this Discord war, but I guess I better whip the Hellfire Hamlet up into a frenzy.
Mm-hmm. They're just killers. What are you talking about?
There are killers, and there are people that were there before RFCK that are sort of killers in spirit, but have no like real gang affiliation.
Ben, how are there people in your Discord server that you have not bullied into playing the game? I don't understand.
Because I'm a fucking nice guy, man.
And it finished last as always.
Yeah, and that's why. Right. What are you? You're slightly ahead on the leaderboard. There it is, because I'm a nice guy.
I really want to like draw up like a map of where all these Discord countries reside spatially, so that we can have like a Game of Thrones.
That would be sick, and I want
war.
you to do it.
Well, can we have like a bubble
is.
infographic? Can we have like a bubble infographic of Discord servers? You know what I'm talking about? Like an interconnecting web of them.
Oh yes, that'd be perfect.
Would we need like to actually get data for that, or just make it up?
You just make it look convincing, and I'll be happy.
All right, we've heard from some neutral. Now to see someone on like in the front fucking line.
All right, I'm ready.
This guy's in the trenches. He's deep in this shit. And Hippo, please close your ears and close your eyes and leave the call.
Oh,
and close your heart.
And close your heart.
Oh, okay.
So you don't know the secrets we're about to unveil here.
This is Paradox Crocs.
Yes.
I'm behind enemy lines in the Mud Puddle Discord server. I don't think they've realized that I'm not a Syrian-German immigrant yet. I'm going to keep laying low and try to give as much information as I can to the RFCK Discord. I can't promise that I'll be able to make another transmission, but I'll do my best. Good luck, Godspeed, and Semper Fidelis to all our armed forces.
God bless. Yes. All right, Hippo, you can unplug your ears now.
I'm concerned.
I had my ears unplugged the whole time.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! This is a security breach. We gotta fucking close down all the airlocks. We gotta quarantine ourselves.
I'm throwing many tridents. He's captured. He's encircled.
No, this isn't true. The consort Paradox Crocs is captured and is now going to be stuffed and mounted on the wall.
We're gonna push him real down
in a muddy prison in a ditch in Africa
in a stinky swamp, guarded over by Shrek, the biggest mud knight of them all.
No, fuck.
Listen, I didn't think there was anyone that could match the raw brawn of Paradox Crocs.
I didn't realize this was a hostage situation.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get him out. We're gonna have to do something. What a fucking nightmare.
We gotta fucking do a call to arms. We gotta rally.
All right.
We gotta fucking rally and invade.
All right.
We gotta fucking raid his stream on Twitch.
Listen. Killers, rowdies alike can all agree that we need Paradox Trucks in case the Twin Towers ever get erected again. We need him on standby so we can do 9/11-3. We need to make sure that those things do not fucking come back.
I like the idea that they're constantly trying to build the two towers again.
We've got to be vigilant. We got to be fucking vigilant against urban development that threatens to bring back the Twin Towers. They're gonna fucking gentrify it.
Bit, and I'm scared. What are you returning to?
Don't worry, just 9/11-3, soon to be 4. All right. Well, Paradox Trucks, we'll get you out of there. Just stay calm and don't get killed.
Mage, what you missed was more Discord war stuff. In your server, do you have like I remember you having a Discord bot of some kind that says uwu and stuff.
Yeah, bot.
Is that weaponizable? Can you weaponize that in your purple army?
But I don't wanna.
You're going to be on the front lines whether you like it or not. We're coming through.
I'm not going to participate in this war.
Mage sounds like she's about to get Poland pretty quick in this war.
Bring your purple army to the. You don't have to fight. Just bring it there so that when people think they're attacking the killers, they'll actually be firing their guns into your crowd by accident. I mean,
I'm not going to participate. You won't force me into it.
You just sit on the sidelines.
No,
just chill out.
No,
just
I will not be
just
anywhere
die.
near this.
Just be human.
Once you all kill yourselves, then I'll prevail.
First they came for the killers,
and
Mage did nothing. Then they came for the Mud Knights, and Mage did nothing. And then they came for Mage, and there was no one left to defend her.
No, there's no one left to come for me because you're just gonna murder each other.
That's the point. That's fun.
She's counting on us all killing
Mutually
ourselves
assured
out.
destruction.
She's counting on being. She wants to be queen over the ashes, gentlemen. You heard it here.
But by the way, the I Am Games Discord needs to get mobilized real fast because me and Ben are planning a sneak attack, aka a fully like telegraphed. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a shitty sneak attack.
Just a heads up, Tom. We're playing a sneak attack.
By the time you hear this, it will still be in the works.
So get ready for that. All right, this is the last voicemail of the day, and this is the worst one yet. Like there were like so
wow, really?
There were
Incredible.
so many shit voicemails this episode. I don't even know why. I don't even know how. So I just saved like a good sample of like the terrible questions and voicemails that we get for this show. So get ready for this.
All
It's
right.
unbelievable.
Hey, PCP, this is the goodest boy of all time. I just had a quick question for you and your readers. So I'm on the island of Oahu in Hawaii right now. It's the most beautiful place in the world. What I want to ask real quick is how do you all not kill yourselves for living such an enchanted, fucking charmed life as me, to be out here in the best place in the world? How do you live day to day knowing how inferior your life is compared to mine? That's my question for everybody. This has been the goodest boy of all time, or whatever.
Shut it
See
off
you soon.
now.
He's gone. He's gone. He's fucking
It's
gone.
over.
He's fucking gone.
No.
Question mark?
Yeah, the guy doesn't even know what he's
is
talking
this guy
about.
on?
Yeah.
This guy,
What's this guy's
look,
hopped
don't
up
listen to
on?
him. He doesn't know shit, all right? He doesn't know shit about anything.
Listen. Every single
Ooh,
day,
that goodest boy ever burns me right out.
Every single day, I wake up and I look out my window and I'm snowed in, and the electricity is out and the internet's out, and I wake up and I see some lepers on my dick giving me some enchanted herpes. I just think, thank God, I'm God. I'm not in paradise. I'm not living in 80-degree weather in the winter, and I'm not on the beautiful island of Oahu or Maui or Hawaii, and I'm not there with some big fucking chi-chi'd Hawaiian sluts giving me coconut, giving me shaved ice out of the fucking cup. Thank God I'm not there. Because I'm out here, I'm getting work done. Every day I log on and I start pressing some keyboards, then I somehow wind up on YouTube and spend 3 hours watching BuzzFeed videos. I fucking think and pray to God every single day, God, please don't allow me to relax on Hawaii. I enjoy it. It's my favorite thing in the world, not relaxing on Hawaii. So please, I'm so happy about it.
I'm glad that I've never been to Hawaii because I can turn my nose up at this and say it probably is not. Can't be that good. It can't be that good. It can't be. What could possibly be good about it? I can't think of a single thing. Well, I've already said that I don't mind the cold,
living in
so there you
Hawaii
go.
sounds like living with your face pressed against the barrel of a gun, because it's only a matter of time.
Wait, what?
It's only a matter of time before that fucking volcano goes off and kills everybody, including you, and your paradise is reduced to ashes.
It'd be queen over the ashes. Oh, fucking gun. Listen, when you want to imagine Hawaii, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever.
Enjoy yourself, you fuck.
Living in Hawaii is like going up to Mother Nature herself, whipping your dick out, and be like, "Come on, bitch, bring it on." Fucking volcano.
This is a personal message to the goodest boy ever. Don't you ever fucking call this show ever again. Don't you ever fucking darken our doorstep again, you piece of shit. I don't ever want to hear your voice
or
again.
Hawaii isn't be the only gun you're pressed against. I fucking hate that guy. I fucking hate that
Fuck
guy.
him. Podcast's over. It's the end.
Go to patreon.com/
The Procrastinators.
No, that's in the episode.
Oh no, it's over.
Remember to buy fucking merchandise for Christmas that has already happened for you because it's like the 30th or something.
Speakpipe.
Speakpipe.com / something or other.
voicemail.
Links are in the description. PCP voicemail.
Guys,
Hello and welcome to the PCP. We've got Mage here, we got Tom, we got Ben, we got Munchie.
Hey guys,
We're doing
make
it
sure to
again.
go to https://discord.gg/mtrskek. That was wrong. All of that was wrong. Goodbye.